Can't believe how bad things have gone for him. I believe Coach Kelsey called a timeout. I haven't seen an indication for Kelsey to review it or appeal it, and I don't think he can.
Well, Louisville is challenging
that
call.
They are challenging the call. I didn't see the sign.
Review.
I don't think they're going to win it,
I
to be
don't either.
honest, because the only person I saw out of bounds on that whole exchange was Sonny, and he definitely touched the ball. So
I would challenge the fact that Hadley wasn't fouled, but you're not allowed to challenge those things.
Exactly. Well, the only other thing you can do is it gives you a free timeout,
Yeah.
so you can set your press up. Do you want to double team the first pass? Oh, wait a minute, they're going to win this. Look, the Michigan State guy's got his hand on the ball and his hand's on the line.
That's Fears with his right hand on the line.
Didn't see
He's
that.
on his knees and reaching for the ball. So I think Louisville's going to win this challenge.
Yeah, they are.
It's a 10-point game with 4:06 to go.
Well, that's good because they can make a, you got to start thinking. You don't want to be jacking threes up every possession, but you got to think in terms of that. They're down 4 possessions right now, 4. So they've got to score here. It doesn't have to be 3, but if they can get a score and a stop, they'll have about 3.5 minutes left, and they'll be down 3 possessions. That's far from impossible.
Bob, in the North Carolina game, don't remember the exact number, but they were still down by 9, maybe even 11, with barely over a minute to play.
Yeah.
And they came back and lost by 3 and had a chance.
After review, it has been determined that the ball was last touched by Michigan State before going out of bounds. This is a successful challenge by Louisville. Louisville would not be charged a timeout, and they will have 1 challenge remaining for the game.
That's a free timeout.
All right, so it's 66-56 Spartans. 4:06 to go. Louisville ball underneath the basket.
McNeely's been relatively quiet, 2 threes. Javon hasn't scored, as you said. You'd think you'd have to go to Ryan, but the whole stadium's going to be looking for them to do that.
Hadley. Oh, here's a pass that goes out of bounds, but
Foul.
Fears looked like he fouled and
did.
held Rogers. He did. Fears does help him up. Kobe couldn't catch it because Fears had knocked him down. Fears commits his 3rd foul. He was throwing it over to the sideline.
Right. Should put him in
Hadley was
1-on-1, right?
for Rogers.
Oh, just the team 6. Boy, they get it on the scoreboard in a hurry.
So Hadley will try it again. He's got Cooper defending the inbounds throw under the basket. Gets it into Rogers again on Fears from the right. Hadley breaks out, gets the ball, and an illegal screen. Called on Frew. And that is 4 fouls on Frew. Anybody committed more illegal screens than Sananda Frew this year?
The whole front line. I mean, Khalifa has, there, the whole 3 of them.
Kohler has it in backcourt with some pressure, so he gives it to Fears. He'll run it up into offensive court. Time getting important now. 3:50 to go. Fears slides off to the right. He's got Frew defending him now. Rogers is down on Cooper. That ain't going to work. Fears out top. Fears pulls up for a 3 and missed it. And rebound to Cooper, though. It goes right back out to midcourt to Fears.
I think they should blitz him and just hard double him. Make him give it up to anybody else. Make somebody else make a play.
Fears
this guy's just picking him apart.
Slides off toward the left, comes back across the top to the right. Weaves back down to the left corner, throws it down there, and a 3 is missed. Carr couldn't get it. Rogers chases down the rebound. Kobe shovels away to Conwell for a 3. That's way off. And the rebound chased down again by Fork of Michigan State. Almost 3 minutes to go now, a 10-point difference.
They played too desperately there. I mean, take your time, make sure you get a good 3. He shot that way off balance, Paul. He's right in front of us. He drifted way to his right.
Fears pointing out directions. 14 assists for the nation's leading assister this year. Throws it over to the right. Gets it back out front to Fears. Shot clock now at 5. Fears on Conwell. Fears skips into the lane, throws up a runner for a throw down attempt that doesn't go, but Sananda Frew has just fouled out. Carr couldn't finish it off, but Frew committed his 5th foul. So Carr will get back to the free throw line. Carr with 19 points and 10 rebounds. He is just 6'6", but he is so athletic and so powerful. It seems like he plays taller.
He really does. He looks like he's 6'10" the way
I know.
has a presence in there.
Kohler averages almost a double-double. He has 10 points and 5 rebounds today. Free throw good by Carr. From Stockbridge, Georgia. Just pitched in his 18th point.
When you watch them,
his 20th.
When you watch them play in person, you appreciate Izzo's sentiment. They get OKGs, he calls them, our kind of guys. They all have that same mindset.
Carr hit the second free throw. 21 points and 10 rebounds for him. Here's Conwell, throws out front to Hadley, back to Conwell. Conwell back to Hadley. John, double team, throws out of the double team to Khalifa for a three. Right wing, good by Ali Khalifa. 8 points for Ali. 68-59, full court pressure from Louisville. Comes into play to Fort in backcourt. Now they got him in a trap. Passes to the middle, gets it to Carr. Here's Fears, just does get across the court, but is fouled by Colby Rogers. He says no, he didn't trip him, but he just stumbled. But Colby's going to be whistled for the foul.
Boy, that is the presence of mind of Fears, though. He got the ball a good 15 feet before the midline and saw the shot clock was already at 22, and he was like, we got to put a pedal to the metal here.
It's almost like he was going to dive across the midcourt line.
That's what he looked like, a track star trying to get to the finish line, but he bailed the possession out.
And I don't really know for sure that Colby did foul him, but it had that look to it, and so that was the call. So Fears at the line where he's made 2 of his 3 free throws, 9 points, 14 assists for the senior from from Joliet, Illinois. Free throw good.
I feel sorry. I would like to express my condolences to the poor SOB who's going to have to follow Izzo. That guy, oh my goodness. What could you do? No matter what you do, people are going to say, you're not Tom Izzo. Unless you stay there 30 years and go every year to the tournament.
Free throw good again. You know, he didn't have instant success when he followed Judd Heathcote. There are a few people not too thrilled with him.
That is true.
Cardinal ball, here's a 3 out front. Khalifa shoots an air ball. 2 minutes to go. It's 70-59, Michigan State. Now, Izzo has taken Michigan State to the NCAA tournament 28 consecutive years. That is a team and coach record. Duke hadn't done it. Carolina hadn't done it. Krzyzewski didn't do it. I should know this, but is Izzo, he is in the Hall of Fame already, isn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Backcourt pressure by the Cards. They get it to Fears. He dashes ahead, chased by Rogers. Almost tripped him again and throws it up for a throw down by Cooper. So Michigan State's going to finish it off in style, it looks like. Up by 13 now with a minute 48 to go. Long three by McNeely, forced it up. And that was a desperate shot that didn't accomplish much. Michigan State has it back. Fears throws it into front court to Carr. Carr passes out of a double team. Here goes Kohler along the baseline. Dribbles it back outside, gives to Fort. Minute 30 to go. Fort bounces to Fears. Shot clock at 7. Fears double teamed. Fears throws a pass that's intercepted by Hadley. That's his 5th turnover, Fears. McNeely pulls up for a 3. Good. Well, that's a 3rd 3 for Isaac McNeely, but he had 7 of them yesterday. He could have used some of those. 72-62, 104 to go. Pass comes into play in backcourt and a foul. He was double teamed by McNeely and Kobe, and they called the foul, I believe, on McNeely. Sorry, they called it on Kobe. That's 5 on him. So he and Frew have both fouled out of the game. Kobe just 2 points, but 4 rebounds today. Kobe was just beaming after that win on Thursday.
They contributed so much.
Oh, have big contributed. Of course, the ending he had at Charleston when he was injured late in their NCAA tournament game with the knee. Didn't know what would happen. His coach left. He ended up, Coach Kelsey said, come on, we'll take care of you for a year, and then you can play, and it all worked out. Maybe not so much today, but in the long term, it sure worked out for Kobe. Fort at the free throw line. Puts that one through. They've been good at the stripe today. They're 12 of 14. Fort is 2 for 2. and a timeout from Michigan State. 1 minute to go. It's 73-62. So the two Michigan teams advance out of here. This is the East, but Michigan, I don't even know what region they're in. Do you? Michigan won today, and they go on to the Sweet 16. These pods where your teams aren't all in the same region get confusing.
Wasn't a good day for our hotel. St. Louis is in our hotel also.
Yeah. Yep.
All right,
Michigan was impressive in that first game today. I believe they have the largest margin of victory in the country, if I'm not mistaken. I think they did it one time and may still another 20, 22 point. Was it 20, 90 to 70?
They won by 23 today, 95-72. They are in the Midwest region.
Okay.
And as you mentioned, this game is part of the East region.
The East region goes to Washington next week. The Midwest, I believe, is Chicago, is it not?
That's yes.
Another free throw on the way for Trey Fort. He has scored 11 points with 5 rebounds. Transferred in from Samford, averaging just 3.9 points per game. Izzo is selective in his transfers, and he said it's been kind of a difficult adjustment for Fort, but he's done well today. Hits another free throw.
I say you wouldn't have known it today. He's played really well.
Yeah.
3 threes, 12 points.
Cardinals trail 74-62. Inside a minute, here's Woolley from the left. Woolley continues the dribble, goes back toward the baseline. Woolley gets in close, flips it up and in off the glass. Big game for Woolley. That's 16 points for him. 17, actually. Pressure in backcourt. They get into play, find it to Fort. He's trapped in the corner. McNeely tries to tie him up, and he finally gets rid of the ball, but it's a timeout being called by Tom Izzo to get him out of trouble. Just to clarify on that, a coach can call timeout in the last 2 minutes of the game, but before that, the timeout has to be called by the player, correct?
Is that true? I don't even know that.
Because that was part of the discussion after the North Carolina game. Was that the one where Mike Brown ran through the stop sign?
Yes.
I think it was.
Oh,
yeah. That people say, well, some said, well, the coach can't call, the player has to. But in the final either minute or 2 minutes, the coach can call the timeout.
But he has to call it.
Yes.
And in that situation, Kelsey, trusting what they've done all year, he wasn't calling it. He was pointing to the floor, which is his signal for the player to call it. But you're right, he can definitely call it. And Izzo definitely did there. He came bolting out of the bench because they were in deep trouble. When I coached in Europe, you couldn't call timeout unless it was a dead ball. If the ball was in play, you couldn't even call timeout. So that was...
I think I would like that rule.
That would be troubling, trying to stop a momentum run. They're scoring, the ball's in play. Your only choice is to throw it out of bounds. Call timeout.
I love games that don't happen much anymore,
that's true.
But where in the final few possessions that go with no timeouts. I called a state tournament semifinal one year that was like that. Neither team would call a timeout, and the lead exchanged like 3 times in the last 30 seconds. And by the time it was over, you were just gassed.
Let the players decide if the coaches want to micro, or give them fewer timeouts. Then they'd have to really be selective.
That game ended, I remember. Who was it? It was Scott County, I think, and somebody. That game ended with a ball hanging on the rim. The buzzer sounded and dropped through.
Oh, wow. Disney ending.
Yeah. State inbounds the ball. They get it into Cooper in backcourt. Passes out of a double team. There goes Carr. Leaves it off for Fort, and then they gave it to Fears, and he's fouled. 43 seconds, 74-64.
Well, I don't know. Can you even tell who's going to not be back? Because if that were the case, if you knew who wasn't going to be back, you might want to take those guys out and give them a chance to be appreciated by the fans, an ovation. There
has been some speculation that Woolley could be the only one back, but you hear this and that and everything.
That's incredible. They're sitting opposite us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 staff members. The players are sitting like in the hall.
First free throw's missed.
It's different. It's definitely different.
Yep. Broots just went out of the game. Here's another free throw from Fears. 11 points and 15 assists. And he hits that one. 35 seconds, 75-64. Conwell pulls up for a 3. Misses off the front rim. Rebound collected by Scott. And if Louisville doesn't foul, Michigan, they just threw it out of bounds. Scott threw it behind Fears and out of bounds, so the Cards are going to get it back for another possession. 11 turnovers, or excuse me, 15 turnovers by Michigan State, 11 for Louisville. And points off turnovers, 17-7. Louisville outscored by 10, but too many other things went the other way. Inbounds pass comes to Conwell, a three. Wow, out of a double team. Conwell buries a three.
And he's barely putting any weight on his left foot, so he definitely hurt himself.
21 seconds to go, 75-67. Fears runs the baseline, bounces into play to Carr, and they're not going to foul. Now they do. I think it was Woolley that did reach. Looked like they were about to let him go when he first broke out of the trap.
Well, but the only thing of interest to, you know, savants like me is if he makes this free throw, he'll have a palindrome score.
Conwell has come back with a banner day, 21 points, 7 of 14, 5 of 10 threes, but gosh, Javon Hadley is going to leave him with
a
really bad taste. For the guy had such a remarkable 2 years for the Cards.
Conwell's,
no points for Hadley.
I don't know what Conwell did, but he is definitely favoring that leg.
Free throw missed by Carr.
I'll tell you, he made that shot, and he basically made it off 1 foot. Because when I watched him land, he didn't even put any weight on the left foot as he came down.
Well, you're right. He's really favoring.
Yeah, he's
kind of standing lopsided.
Yeah.
Free throw missed. Hadley rebounds. Gives to Conwell. Conwell hooks a pass down to Hadley. 2 points finally for Hadley. Well, good for that anyway. An assist from Conwell gives Hadley his first 2 points of the game.
I like the fact they haven't quit. I mean, you'd need a Reggie Miller ending here. You'd have to get like a 5-second call and then throw it in and get a 3, and then a steal at the buzzer, and then throw it in there. But if you're going to dream, you might as well dream big.
Yep. 11.8 to go, 11.8 to go, 75-69 Michigan State. Let's pause for station identification. This is Louisville Cardinals basketball from Learfield. "11 seconds is all we have left here at the KeyBank Center in Buffalo. Enjoyed our stay, even though the weather wasn't the greatest. God, yesterday was just an awful day.
Oh,
and so you decided to go to Niagara Falls.
It's the only day we had off, so I go to Niagara. You can't even see anything. It's so foggy and misty, but I was there.
It was just a cold, rainy day yesterday. Today, at least it's not raining. A little warmer, about 40.
Incredible that Louisville, it's going to be cold, is up to almost 37% shooting by the three-point line, considering they started so atrociously.
Yeah, Louisville now 13 of 36 in threes. Michigan State 11 of 26. A little better percentage by the Spartans.
Well, miracle would be a 5-second call here would be perfect, so you don't waste any time.
11.8 remaining. Fears runs the baseline, gives to Scott, who runs the baseline, gets it into Fears. Fights through a trap, sends a lead pass down court. Nobody in the goalie spot, and it's dunked through by Cooper.
Good execution against the press.
5 seconds to go, 77-69. Conwell fires up another three. That barely grazed the net. Roots tried to get it back up and hit the bottom of the rim, and the game comes to an end. So Tom Izzo and Michigan State again does what Tom Izzo and Michigan State usually does. The Spartans move on to the Sweet 16. Final score here in Buffalo is Louisville falling to Michigan State 77-69. This is Louisville Cardinals basketball from Learfield.
Kentucky is a place where business is fast, but the pace of life is just right. By working together, we've moved forward towards a brighter future. Now, we're looking at a new Kentucky, where good jobs and a good life are possible for everyone. Y'all interested? We don't blame you. See why our new Kentucky home is the best place to do business and live a good life at newkentuckyhome.ky.gov.
Ready to get back in the game? Great news! The movement experts at Pro Rehab Physical Therapy can help you find relief and results and keep you off the sidelines. With over 20 convenient locations across Kentuckiana, contact Pro Rehab Physical Therapy today at prorehab.com to see a physical therapist. Pro Rehab Physical Therapy, a proud partner of the Louisville Cardinals and trusted choice for keeping Card fans in the game.
You know that sound anywhere. It's the crisp crunch of that first nacho chip. With its perfect cheese to sour cream ratio sitting atop a layer of delicious beans, it's a sip away from perfection. That's what we're looking for. Add a delicious, refreshing Pepsi and we've achieved absolute nacho nirvana. Because while you can pile those nachos high with every spicy, cheesy, savory topping, there's no topping a cool Pepsi finish. Nachos, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
Louisville was founded in 1798, and we've been ruffling feathers ever since. Introducing 1798.
When you walk in the doors, it's more like your family. Instead of walking in and feeling distress, you walk in and you're excited, and you walk out and you still have that same excitement. The experience start to finish is just unparalleled to any other dealership that I've ever dealt with. Their associates are the best. I know that they're going to give me the best car, and I trust them for that, and always have. I mean, I hope I can drive a Sewell for the rest of my life.
Experience the Sewell difference for yourself.
Diamonds and the world's most luxurious jewelry brands. Reed's Jewelers, trusted with life's moments. Duke Health, official team doctors for Duke Athletics. Learn more at dukehealth.org. And by the Washington Duke Inn and Golf Club, honoring tradition over trend for over 30 years. Still ahead, keys to victory, starting lineups in the opening tip. This is Duke basketball from Learfield.
It's tournament time, Duke fans.
The deep three. Give it to him.
Whether you're watching from Cameron or cheering from home, gear up for the postseason with the latest Blue Devils apparel from Duke University stores. Score official Nike gear and exclusive Duke merchandise you don't find anywhere else. Shop in store or anytime at shop.duke.edu. Duke University stores, your headquarters for Duke basketball.
Here's a club you'll want to get into, Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up, plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings good up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
This is the Blue Devil Sports Network from Learfield.
At the last time you moved, remember how you said you'd never do it alone again? We know moving is tough, but at Two Men and a Truck, we make it easy. No matter the move, big or small, we'll make it a smooth one. We're the movers who care and will prove it with our 96% referral rate and courteous background check movers. We're local and affordable. We can help at a price that won't make you wish you'd done it on your own. When you're ready, give us a call or find us online for a free estimate at twomenandatruck.com.
When you're on the move and looking for nonstop college sports action, get the Varsity Network app and take the game with you everywhere. Stream live play-by-play from schools across the country right from your phone, free. Catch hundreds of weekly podcasts, including shows from your favorite teams, all in one place. From football Saturdays to midweek hoops, it's your all-access pass to the college sports world. Whether it's game day or just your daily drive, the Varsity Network app has you covered. Download now and listen live for free on the Varsity Network app.
It's time to go inside the Duke locker room with head coach John Shire. Presented by Duke Health, official team doctors for Duke Athletics. Learn more at dukehealth.org. Once again, here's the voice of the Blue Devils, David Shoemate.
Duke and TCU here this afternoon, and Coach, we talked about this throughout the course of the season. These Saturday to Monday turnarounds you had during ACC play, one-day turnaround getting ready for this one. Very different animal in the NCAA tournament, but does that preparation, that experience help at all?
Yeah, for sure it prepares us. Fortunately, to your point, we've been in this position a lot. And, I love the prep that we've had, the combination of the mental, the mental preparation as well as the physical recovery recovery, I think, is something that we've had to really learn, and is as important as any time of the year with, doing that now.
Of course, one of the dominant storylines for you guys, unfortunately, has been guys trying to get back healthy. You mentioned yesterday Patrick Ung was going to practice, see how it goes, see if he could go today. How did it go, and is he going to be able to go today?
Yeah, Pat had a successful day in practice. We want to confirm that he's good to go in warm-ups today, but I'm anticipating him being available, being in the lineup, which is, we've been anxious to get him back. He's been itching, and so I feel very optimistic about him playing today.
If all goes well and he gets back out on the floor, I imagine you could talk about this for a while. What does he bring to the team?
Well, he just changes the dynamic of our team. First and foremost, it gives us some depth. And I think there's a little bit of our team that's been pacing a little bit, and we have to get away from that. But then it's who he is as a player, right? The rim protection. He's our best rim protector. He's our best lob threat. And then just his skill level, his ability to make others better on offense, his IQ on defense. I can go on and on. But I think just the fact of that's one more step to us becoming whole. And that's been our goal. How can we keep winning to get completely whole? And so we know today is going to be a tough challenge, but Pat is really important to our team on both ends of the floor.
I know it's been a challenging couple of weeks from the injury perspective. With challenges come opportunities. Caden Boozer seems to be stepping up big time. 19 points, 5 assists, and no turnovers in his first NCAA tournament game. I don't know if you can say enough about him. Yeah, well, I love the no turnovers, and I love the fact of how he was aggressive from the get-go. His aggression, his ability to make others better has been great for us. And just as I've said it before, but his composure. You can get rattled in your first NCAA tournament game. You can get rattled in your first ACC tournament, and there's no such thing, for him. Like, he's just as composed as could be, and come through in the toughest moments for us. Let's talk about TCU, I should say, a little bit. Obviously, the first meeting for them with you guys, but not your first meeting with Jamie Dixon. When you think about his teams at Pitt, you thought about physicality. Same recipe for TCU? Yeah, same exact thing. Physical, they really rebound, they defend, and they make you work for us on our defense. They make you work with their offense. So it's a game where you can't expect anything easy. And, they're a really good team that they're going to make you work for everything. Offensively, when you guys are defending them, the variety of guys that score, how much of a challenge does that present? Yeah, it's tough because you can't just key in on one guy. They get a lot of ball movement. They get a lot of player movement. So the discipline, when you don't have the ball, where you can be, how do you help and protect the paint? At the same time, they got 5 guys that are all capable of stepping out and shooting. So the discipline is key for this game, with being in the right position. Coach, I'll let you go on this. They played some high-level competition. All the 1 seeds in the tournament now playing you guys here today. If you look at the games earlier this year against Michigan and Florida, they turned them over. That's how they won one in state in the other game. We talked about Caden earlier not turning it over. How big taking care of the basketball today? Yeah, it's as important as anything. They've done. Look, Michigan had 22 turnovers. Florida had 19. That's 20 possessions. And you're not going to have 0 turnovers in a game. But, that's a lot of possessions you start to count up. And for us, just being patient when you need to, being aggressive when there's opportunities to attack early, but really playing to our habits, our passing habits, our footwork, the fundamentals we've been working on since day one of this summer. That's where you have to trust the work you put in and play to those habits today. All right, Coach, we appreciate the time. Good luck today. Thanks, you, mate.
Your Harris Teeter grocery haul can earn you savings on gas with our fuel points. Earn 1 fuel point for every $1 you spend when you shop with your Vic card on your favorite products, fresh produce, and organic brands. Track your fuel points in the Harris Teeter app and redeem your points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. The more you shop, the more points you earn. It's like getting gas money just for shopping like you normally do. Click to learn more. Harris Teeter, in food with love.
Blue Devil fans, thanks to your support, the Charity Stripe 1000 Challenge raised over $16,000 for the kids at Duke Children's this season. And next season, you can support the kids and be a part of a game day in Cameron. Host the Duke Children's Charity Stripe Challenge and step on to Coach K court alongside our celebrity shooter. To learn how you can become a game host, email dukekids@duke.edu. That's dukekids@duke.edu.
The passion, the excitement, the tradition. This is Duke basketball from Learfield.
Whether you're in the market for a new boat or just need service or accessories for an existing boat, turn to Overbee Marine. Now with 2 locations in Kittrell and Lake Gaston, Overbee Marine offers the highest quality of marine products and services, including the latest from Sea Ray, Centurion, Avalon, Bennington, as well as Cobalt boats. Overbee Marine also offers the largest selection of parts in the region, along with full-service facilities at their 2 locations. Stop by or give them a call at 252-586-3593 or online at overbeemarine.com. Overbee Marine. Don't let adventure pass you by.
Which schools will take home the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup for the top college athletic programs for the 2025-26 college athletic season? Check out the criteria and follow the year-long standings of your favorite team at L Directors Cup on the X platform or online at thedirectorscup.com. Trophies will be awarded in June 2026 to the winning institutions in all college sports divisions. The Learfield Directors Cup, powered by NACDA, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
And welcome back to Greenville, where the Blue Devils have just taken the floor in the 1-9 game in the East Regional. It's Duke and TCU. Duke is 33-2, winners of 12 in a row. The TCU Horned Frogs are 23-11. They beat Ohio State in their opener in the NCAA tournament. And great news as the Blue Devils took the floor. Patrick Gongba is out there doing the layup lines, and John Roth, it certainly looks like he's going to give it a go.
It's great to only see one scooter beside the Duke bench as this game gets underway, that belonging to Caleb Foster, and Pat Gongba will certainly provide a boost for this team. However many minutes he can go, he'll be a big deal on both ends of the floor.
Excited to bring it to you, David Shumate, John Roth, of course, John Rose, our producer and engineer, back inside our network studios. Is Tripp Hurd? The Blue Devils have had a tremendous amount of success. We mentioned trying to get to a Sweet 16 for the 31st time, and for John Shire to be 3 in a row.
It certainly would. His first trip as a head coach ended in the second round, but the next year Elite 8, last year the Final 4, this year aiming to get that far if they can again, and that would be the next step, Sweet 16.
And one of the things that was talked about clearly after the game against Siena, yes, they won 71-65, but the guys felt their energy wasn't where it needed to be going into the game. We were both at practice yesterday. It was a lively practice. Look, you're not going 100 miles an hour because there's only one day between games, but they were very much engaged.
They were very much engaged, and this morning I went to their walkthrough in the hotel, and it was extremely enthusiastic. There was lots of talking, clapping, enthusiasm. They've been ready to go all day.
And, of course, they've got a very good team today. They're facing in TCU. You heard us talking about it with the head coach. They're the only team in the tournament after today's game that will have played all 4 number 1 seeds. They lost to Arizona in league play by 13, but they beat Florida early in the year in late November, 84-80 in San Diego. They lost to Michigan, but only by 4, 67-63. And in those 2 games, they forced close to 41 turnovers.
Yeah, they do feel like they play as good a defense as anybody in the country. They'll be looking to force turnovers today against this Blue Devils, turn them over, get some extra possessions. And so they played a tough schedule as well as their schedule in the Big 12 Conference. That certainly has helped them as well, where there have been other number 2 and 3 seeds in that event.
Yeah, no question. And we're looking forward to it here today. Duke and TCU getting together for the first time as the Blue Devils look to get to the Sweet 16 for the 31st time in program history. We'll take a break. It's Duke and TCU. We'll tip it off when you come back to Greenville.
Doesn't the North Carolina Education Lottery Winners Club give the best massages?
I've never felt so relaxed.
Thanks to this month's scratch-offs, this is our life now.
It's like winning again and again and again.
This month's scratch-offs pack over $200 million in total prizes. The Winners Club awaits. Must be 18 to play. Approximate overall odds of winning range from 1 in 3.49 to 4.37. Problem gambling helpline 877-718-5543.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Duke Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
You're listening to Duke Basketball on the Blue Devils Sports Network from Learfield.
It's bow time.
Carolina legends aren't born, they're handmade, only in Bo's Real Southern Kitchen. It all starts with fresh, never frozen chicken marinated for 24 hours in a flavor-packed blend of bold Southern seasonings. Then we hand bread and fry it to crispy, juicy, mouth-watering perfection. That's not just any chicken, that's the Carolina legend. Order some Bojangles and taste what everyone's been craving since 1977. It's Bo time.
Aw, shucks, the game's on TV, but I can't listen to the call of my favorite team broadcasters.
Never fear, Sync My Game is here.
Sync My Game?
Yes, Sync My Game. If you have a DVR and streaming device, head to syncmygame.com from Learfield. It's never been easier to hear the impassioned voices of your favorite radio crew synced with the TV.
Wow, thank you, Mr.
Just remember, syncmygame.com.
Trippard with you back inside the Learfield Network studios. We're closing in on tip-off between Duke and TCU from Greenville, South Carolina. Quick update for you on the scoreboard. Michigan and Louisville have now gone final. The Spartans win 77-69 behind 21 points from Cohen Carr. And how about 16 assists from their guard, Jeremy Fears Jr. The Cardinals finished their season at 24-11. In the first game of the day, it was the top seed in the Midwest, Michigan. They move on to the Sweet 16 after a 95-72 win over St. Louis. But right now, it's time for Duke and TCU. Let's send you back to Greenville. Here's the voice of the Blue Devils, David Shumate.
All right, Tripp, thank you very much. Closing in on the start here tonight as the Blue Devils are set to take on TCU for the first time in program history. And we will begin with the lower-seeded Horned Frogs, the 9 seed. After beating Ohio State by 2 the other afternoon, the hero was Edmonds, the game winner with just over 4 seconds to play. They will start the same starting 5. This is their 12th NCAA tournament appearance. Their record all time is 8-11. Brock Harding will start at the point. The junior guard wears number 2. 2 double-doubles, 191 assists, and 64 turnovers on the year for the transfer out of Iowa. He's 4th in the Big 12 at 5.6 assists per game. Number 1 is Jaden Pierre, the senior guard, 6', 177 out of Elizabeth, New Jersey. He's gone for 20 or more one times this year. He averages just over 10 points per game. 144 of his 299 shots on the year have come from 3 for the transfer from Providence. Number 15 is David Punch. He's a sophomore forward, 6'7", 246 out of Harket Heights, in Texas. 14.4 points per game. He's their leading scorer, 1 of 4 that average in double figures. His last 4 games, he's been on a tear, nearly 20 points and 8.5 rebounds per game and getting to the line as well. 22 of 28 for the honorable mention All Big 12 selection. Number 24 is Xavier Edmonds, a junior forward, 6'6", 245 out of Long Beach, California. 11 double-doubles on the year. He had 16 and 8 against Ohio State, the transfer from Salt Lake Community College. And rounding out the starting 5 is number 5, Michael Robinson, the sophomore forward, 6'6", 232 out of Kansas City, Missouri. He's got a couple double-doubles on the year, 18 points and 5 rebounds. This will be his 13th start. They are 9-2 since he became a starter late in the year consistently against Iowa State in early February. For head coach Jamie Dixon, in his 10th season at the helm, 23rd year overall as a head coach. He's 3-4 in the NCAA tournament at TCU, 15-15 overall, including his time at Pittsburgh. The associate head coach is Tony Binford. The assistant coaches, Dwayne Broussard, Jamie McNeely, Corey Santee, and Michael Rice. Meanwhile, for the Blue Devils, we told you they've won 12 in a row, including a 6-point win over Siena, 71-65, and it's the same starting 5 here tonight.
Caden Boozer, I'm a point guard. I'm a freshman from Miami, Florida.
Isaiah Evans, shooting guard, sophomore, Fayetteville, North Carolina.
Damesar, shooting guard, freshman. I'm from Italy, Oderzo, Italy.
Malik Brown, forward, senior, Culpeper, Virginia.
Cameron Boozer, forward, freshman, Miami, Florida.
As the Blue Devils hit the floor for head coach Sean Shire in his 4th season, 9-3 now in the NCAA tournament. Of course, last year went to his first Final Four as the head coach. The associate head coaches are Chris Carroll and Emmanuel Dildy. The assistants, Evan Brads and Tyler Thornton. And the player development specialist is Jace McCain. Needless to say, the outset will be very interesting here tonight. The Blue Devils felt like they didn't start very well against Siena, fell down by 11 At halftime, the first 1 seed to trail by double digits to a 16 seed in the history of the event. But they rallied, outscored Siena 39-22 after halftime, and really did work on the glass, out-rebounding the Saints 30-13 in the second stanza to turn that 11-point deficit into a 6-point win. It is the second double-digit halftime deficit overcome in program history in the NCAA tournament. There was another boozer involved back in 2001 in the Final Four against Maryland, when the Blue Devils trailed, ironically enough, by 11. At the break, as the two teams are being introduced here at the Bon Secours Wellness Arena, 15,000 they can fit inside this building. Pretty close to a sellout, if not that. The second game here in this building will feature Illinois, the 3 seed, and an 11 seed in VCU. Of course, that is not in the East region. Those two will be doing battle in the South region, where Florida is the 1 seed. TCU, the visitors here tonight, as they're getting one more final word from Jamie Dixon over there. As we look across, our position is courtside here at the Bon Secours Wellness Arena. As we look across at the Blue Devil bench, we're going to watch John Shire's group go left to right here in the opening half. Paul Sales is going to lead our officiating crew. He's assisted by Gregory Nixon and Clarence Armstrong. As the two teams getting one final bit of instruction. We told you TCU, of course, the 9 seed, they're going to wear black jerseys and shorts with some purple down the side and some purple around the bottom of the shorts. White numerals and lettering. Meanwhile, for the Blue Devils, the familiar home whites with Duke Blue numerals and lettering, a Duke Blue stripe down the side, and an Iron Duke D logo in whites at the bottom of the shorts. First meeting between these two, the winner heads to Washington, D.C. in the Sweet 16. And they will get either St. John's or Kansas, both winners last night. Kansas was a little more interesting getting to the finish line than St. John's was, but they both got it done, the 4 and 5 seeds in the East. In fact, TCU was the only upseed in the East through the first round of the tournament, the 9 seed beating the 8. It'll be Brown and Punch to jump it off. Great to have you with us. Second round of the big dance, and away we go in Greenville as the Horned Frogs have the opening tap, and here's Harding to bring it across. The 6-foot junior, 160 out of Moline, Illinois. Bounces one up top for Edmonds. Works his way to the left off of a curl. It's Pierre. The 17-foot jumper is short, and the rebound for Cameron Boozer. An outlet for Isaiah Evans streaming along the left sideline. He'll bring it across. Send it back to midcourt for Caden Boozer. All over him is Harding. Sends it to the left. There's Brown. Looking to the right. Waiting. Found a cutter in Evans. Open on the sideline. Able to keep that right foot in bounds. And what's in to shoot. Up top for Cameron Boozer. Lob it inside for Brown. To the left corner, Caden. A touch pass for Dame Sarr, and he traveled before he started his drive. So an early turnover for the Blue Devils.
Great ball movement before the miscue to get the defense moving and set up Dame for a nice drive to the rim, but the turnover.
And in the first game of the tournament for John Shire's group against Siena, they only had 8 turnovers. That'll be a key thing to watch here tonight against TCU. As the Horned Frogs have it up top, 45 seconds in. Pierre, he nearly shuffled the pivot foot. Sent it up top and knocked out of bounds by Brown on the perimeter in front of the Duke bench as Punch was trying to initiate the offense. TCU will have it, 15 to shoot.
Guess that counts as deflection number 1 for Malik Brown today.
Averages a little more than 5 per game, leading the team. The team averages nearly 17 a game. As up top, it's Harding, drifts to the left, another 17-footer, and this one's good. He averages 8 points per game, had 8 in the win over Ohio State, and TCU has the first points of the ball game.
Punch with a great screen to get Dame Sarr off the track.
Malik Brown at the top of the key. Dribbles to the left, a handoff for Caden Boozer. One dribble, lobs it inside. Cameron catches, lobs. Brown flushes. Tic-tac-toe, and we're tied at 2.
Cameron Boozer throwing over the top of the defense and the 6'7" punch to find Malik.
Here's Brock Harding out near the center circle. Sends it over to the left, and Robinson, a baseline drive on Evans. Peels out of it. Back up top, Edmonds now. Trying to drive Cameron Boozer. Little was man-to-man as you would expect. Edmonds, nothing doing. Sends it to the right, and Harding. 12 to shoot. Drives the baseline. Got a step on Sarr. Got airborne. Pass deflected out, but it came to Robinson. 7 to shoot. Around to the right for an Edmonds 3 that's good. So Edmonds, he's a good three-point shooter. Doesn't take a ton. That's his 24th of the season, but he's better than 42%. They average about 7 makes per game. They made 9 against Ohio State. 2 minutes in, the Blue Devils trailing 5 to 2. Here's Malik Brown at the top of the key. To the left, it's Dame Sarr. Looking to the baseline, not there, so back up top for Evans. Speaking of good shooters, 12 to shoot. He'll drive this time. Waits, step through, flip it up with the left hand. Didn't get the roll, trying to get his own rebound, could not. And Punch has it for the Horned Frogs. Across midcourt, Harding. Waits along the left sideline, sends it back up top. Just underway here in Greenville. TCU with the 5-2 lead. It's Edmonds, one-on-one with Sarr, spun to the baseline, up over Boozer, couldn't finish. Nice contest, and Brown clears the miss. And here comes Caden Boozer across midcourt. Dribbles to the left, Waits, sends it for Isaiah Evans. Now back for Caden. Just caught it at the last second. Not sure he was expecting that. Penetrates, whips to the right. Sarr in the right corner, launches and hits. That's his spot. Didn't have a three on Thursday afternoon, 0 for 4, but he knocks this one down, and we're tied at 5. And for the Blue Devils, that is a three-pointer in 1,300 consecutive games, the longest streak in the country. Harding for TCU on the right sideline. Waits, whips it back up top for Robinson. You may have heard the roar in the background. Gungba set to check in at the next dead ball. Here's Punch up top. Sarr crashes into him. He lost it. Brown out of there with it. Here comes Boozer, 3-on-3. Bounce it to Sarr. Catches, back to Boozer. Steps through, and Duke has the lead. Caden Boozer has his first points, and it's 7-5 Duke with 16:39 to play in the half.
Dame Sarr creating the turnover, then getting it to Caden for the finish.
And now Harding for TCU. Run into by Brown. No whistle. Sends one inside. The floater is up and good out of the arms of Edmonds from about 6 feet in front of the rim. That was Punch with the bucket. And we're tied at 7. 16:20 to play in the half. Caden Boozer bounces one up top for Malik Brown. Sends it over to the left, and Isaiah Evans. Waits, looks inside, whistle and a foul. That's on Robinson, I think. And you hear the roar as the sophomore center, 6'11", 250 out of Manassas, Virginia, makes his way in. Malik Brown will get a breather. Roar, sigh, relief, whatever you want to call it. It's good to have Pat back.
It certainly is. 16-14 to go in the first half. Patrick Gungba returns after missing 5 games.
Meanwhile, at the inbound, the Blue Devils get it into Caden Boozer. He tried to go right back to Caden, deflected, stolen by TCU. So the Horned Frogs have it back, tied at 7. Thier drifts to the right, back to the left. Punch going to take a 3 up top. No. The rebound fought for, and Gungba picks up a foul, battling with Edmonds inside. And that'll be his first. And we've got a timeout. 4 minutes gone here in the opening half, tied at 7 between Duke and TCU.
College athletes are more than competitors. They're leaders, creators, and storytellers. Through True Blue TV, your business can work with top Duke NIL student athletes to build authentic content and real brand connections. From digital campaigns to social storytelling, True Blue TV helps create content that connects Duke student athletes and businesses like yours, creating partnerships that matter on and off the field. Work with Duke NIL athletes. Build your brand. Partner with True Blue TV today at truebluetv.com.
Down many ways, streets, and lanes all across America, you'll find Valero at your go-to gas station, volunteering with local charities, fueling communities 365 days a year, and generally being a good neighbor. So whether you're in Texas, Louisiana, or Tennessee, or right here in Durham, you can always depend on us getting you where you need to be, in life or on the road, right now.
Coverage of Duke basketball in the NCAA tournament is presented by Duke Stores, your headquarters for Duke basketball.
Back inside the network studios, this broadcast of the NCAA Division I Men's Basketball Championship is authorized under broadcast rights granted by the NCAA through Westwood One. It is intended solely for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any reproduction, retransmission, or other use of this broadcast without the express written consent of the NCAA and Westwood One is strictly prohibited. Now, back to Greenville. Here's David Shoemate.
All right, Tripp, thank you very much. The story may not be closed on Patrick Gungba and that foul that he picked up a moment ago. The head coach of the Blue Devils, John Shire, kind of emphatically came out and said something to the officials during the timeout. And now all 3 officials are over at the monitor looking at something. We haven't had an announcement from Paul Sales, our lead official, as of yet. Of course, if they determine there was some sort of a hook and hold, that's always reviewable because it's a flagrant foul, and I want to get ahead of myself, but if they determine that interaction Gungba was actually a hook and hold on somebody for TCU, they would take away his common foul.
I know when he went over to the bench, he was grabbing his jersey, trying to indicate that he had been held the whole time while he was inside. Now, I'm not sure if that would have prompted the officials, but it might have prompted John Shire to have them look into it.
Paul Sales, Gregory Nixon, and Clarence Armstrong are 3 officials here today. Paul Sales primarily works in the Big 10, Nixon in the Big 12, and of course Clarence Armstrong, longtime ACC official. They do mixed crews in the NCAA tournament, and whatever they looked at during the timeouts, we'll see if they announce anything. Doesn't appear so. I haven't seen them go to the scorer's table to adjudicate anything further.
They are talking to each head coach.
So it looks like the foul on Gungba is going to stand, and TCU will be in possession with the game tied at 7, 4 minutes in. I wouldn't say the head coach of the Blue Devils loved the explanation, but we move on. TCU will have it. It'll be Harding to inbound, left baseline, left side of the hoop. Gungba's going to stay out there despite picking up that foul. As they get it in for Toulson. Wait, sends it to the baseline. TCU's gone to their bench. Lelevicius is out there for the first time. Easy enough for me to say. Toulson to the baseline. Here's Edmonds. Faces up on Cameron Boozer. Backs him down with 5 to shoot. Into the paint. Whistle and a foul. Want to reach in. They're going to get who? It's either Dame Sarr or Caden Boozer. It's Dame Sarr, and that's his first.
Dame trying to dislodge the ball on a turn, and he got a lot of ball, but he must have gotten part of the forearm as well.
As we see Nicholas Hamenya for the first time, the freshman, 6'8", 215 out of Los Angeles. And a big 3 on Thursday. We'll give Dame Sarr a breather. Now a drive for Harding, left side of the paint, the floater short, and the rebound for Cameron Boozer. Outlet pass for Isaiah Evans on the left sideline. Trying to retake the lead, 4.5 minutes in. Bounce pass finds Gungba, places up on Lelevicius, goes inside, got position, off the window. Pat's back, and he's got his first bucket, and Duke has the lead. A good position inside on the junior big guy for TCU. Punch for Lelevicius, drives inside on Gungba, trying to draw a foul, could not. Spins, steps through, wild scoop, missed it badly. The rebound ricocheted into the arms of Toulson. And a fresh 20 for TCU. It's Punch trying to drive Hamenya, spun to the middle, nearly stepped through, able to scoop it off the window. That missed as well, and a foul coming on TCU. Man, Hamenya went flying, and the foul will be on David Punch. With 15:02 to go, that physicality we talked about on full display here in the first 5 minutes.
No question. Certainly TCU, Jamie Dixon's teams are known for being very physical on the defensive end, and Duke's not exactly an unphysical team either, so we're looking for it this afternoon.
Here's Caden for Hamenya, left sideline, gets one inside for Gungba. Here comes a double team. Dribbles out of it, waits, cross court, pass deflected, stolen. Here's Harding the other way. Shovels one ahead for Edmonds. In on Hamenya, kicks to the right. Lelevicius for 3. Too strong. The rebound high into the air, whistle and a foul on who? Duke? They're going to get Evans. And that'll be his first. The outside official called it. They're going to get Isaiah with a grab, and that's the 13th foul on John Shire's group as we see Darren Harris for the first time. The sophomore out of Herndon, Virginia, and Evans will get a breather.
Yeah, that foul was called from out near midcourt.
John Shire asking about the deflection we saw at the other end, said it wasn't much of a deflection, said Boozer got hit on the arm. Meanwhile, TCU to inbound, gets it on the left side. Robinson going to try a 3 and hit it. He was very good from 3 in the game against Ohio State, 4 out of 6, despite being 5 of 22 in the 5 games before that. But that stroke was pure, and TCU has the lead 10-9, 14:30 to play till halftime. Here's Caden Boozer on the left. Backpedals, waits, bumped into, trying to step through, spinning. Man, they're slapping him all over the place, and finally the whistle goes. And I don't think it's for the contact up top. I think it's inside. It's on Edmonds as he was battling with Gungba. And that's his third. Do you think this is because I said they let him play in the NCAA tournament in a pregame show? 3 fouls apiece in the first 5 minutes and change. Maybe trying to set the tone early.
And Edmonds has to come out with that one. I don't know if he has to, but he's coming out with that one.
Blue was getting in for Gungba. Now to the left. Here's Hamenya. Looking inside. Nothing doing. In front of the TCU bench. Picked up his dribble. Now he needs help. Up top for Gungba. Inside Boozer. Steps to a double team. A lot of contact. They say it's clean, and he touched it last on the way out. And now John Shire is livid at midcourt. I don't blame him. I mean, if we're going to call fouls, let's call fouls, right?
Exactly.
He is as hot as I've seen him all season long. And here come across midcourt, Jaden Pierre. Works his way to the right. Jumps up for three. No. The rebound fought for. Gungba's got it. 6 minutes gone. Duke in possession, trailing by 1. Caden Boozer to the right. There's Patrick Gungba. Waiting. Looking to the right. There's Hamenya. Inside Boozer catches this time. Here comes a double team in the right corner. Holds it high. Up top, Pat. Thought about a three. Instead, he'll drive, punch. Trying to find a cutter. That pass deflected. Stolen by Robinson. In transition, Robinson on Boozer. Goes into his chest. Put it off the window and in. So Micah Robinson's up to 5. And TCU leads by 3, 12-9. 6.5 minutes in.
And Boozer played that fast break about as best he could, avoiding a foul.
Caden Boozer on the drive. Got inside. Floats with the right hand. It's short. Long rebound. Chased down by Patrick Gungba near midcourt. To the right, it's Cameron Boozer. To the corner, Darren Harris. Backpedals. Looks inside. Lobs it to Cameron. Catches in heavy traffic. Spins on a triple team. And the foul is called on Toulson reaching in. And now it's Jamie Dixon's turn to talk to an official.
This will probably be happening for 40 minutes today.
Patrick Gungba will get a breather, and back in comes Malik Brown, the senior forward, 6'9", 225 out of Culpeper, Virginia. The Blue Devils 4 their first 7 from the field, but unfortunately already with 4 turnovers. As Caden found Brown slicing in off the window. Counted in a foul. Malik headed to the free throw line. The foul on Toulson will be his second.
Nice re-entrance onto the court from Malik Brown on an out-of-bounds underneath inbounds play, able to catch and score.
And as Brown heads to the free throw line, gives us a chance to tell you the Food Line is the proud sponsor of the Score to Get More campaign, and proud to announce that a total of 30,000 meals have been donated this season to our local neighbors in need for free throws made by the Blue Devils during the regular season. Over 8 million meals and counting have been donated by Food Line Feeds through the Score to Get More campaign to local college pantries and food banks. Free throw on the way, hit the bracket, went straight up and went down. So Brown knocks it down, and we're tied at 12.
Gungba played exactly 3 minutes in his first stint. 2 points, 2 rebounds, 2 turnovers.
Pretty good, too.
Yep.
No ill effects from the sore foot. As Robinson sends one up top, punch catches, holds it high. Brown nearly deflection. Waits, spins, one dribble, and an underhand scoop for Jaden Pierre. 12 to shoot. Pierre sends one up top. Harding, left side 3, hit it. So Brock Harding knocks one down, and TCU is 3 of 6 from 3. They lead by 3, 15-12. 12:42 to play in the half. Again, not a great three-point shooting team, but they're knocking them down early. As Caden Boozer flips one to the baseline, Malik Brown whip it to the right. Harris, a touch pass for Hamenya. Little ball fake and a drive. Got inside, lob it to Cameron. Down low, got the defender airborne, put it up. He'll shoot 2, and for punch, that's his second. Oh, excuse me. They're going to give it to Layla Vicious, and that'll be his third, and that's a break for TCU because it certainly looked like Punch was the one who crashed into his back.
It certainly did, but also compliment the nice pass that time from Hamenya. Nice hesitation before he drove inside and then lofted it over the defense to get it to his big guy, Cam.
Yeah, Boozer's first free throw is good. And that is his first point. As a reminder, the Blue Devil Basketball is brought to you in part by Coca-Cola. Passionate fans and an ice cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. Fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola. One more for Boozer. A freshman out of Miami. Trying to cut it to 1. Looks like there's a lane violation, but he made it anyway. By the way, he's 13 points away from having 800 in his freshman season, which would put him 60 behind R.J. Barrett for the freshman scoring record. He only needed 6 rebounds today to equal Bagley for that mark, 7 to have it by himself, and so far he's got 2 boards. Pierre for TCU, 15-14, Duke down by 1, 12-17 to play in the half. It's Edmonds on the left baseline, found a cutter in Robinson, a touch pass to the right corner. Layla Vicious tries a 3, that's no good, and Dame Sars got the rebound. Here's Caden Boozer across midcourt, trailing by 1. Waits, looks up top, dribbles to the left. Bobbled it, but it came right to Darren Harris. Harris a crossover, he was knocked loose again, but the Blue Devils get it back, fortunately, with Caden Boozer. Back up top, it's Brown. Backdoor cut, it's Hamenya off the window, no, but he's fouled and will shoot 2, and I think that's Layla Vicious. That'll pick up his second. And it is. So 2 on him, and we've got a timeout. 11:51 to play till halftime. The Blue Devils trail at 15-14.
You got next. The next open road. The next uncharted trail. The Ford Bronco and Ford Bronco Sport, you've got the next great SUV. Equipped with a blend of off-road performance, on-road precision, and plenty of power to conquer the next adventure. For the latest offers on the new Bronco or Bronco Sport, you got next. Only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
This is Blue Devil basketball from Learfield.
Duke fans don't just watch the game, they live it. Sitting in traffic on the way to the game might sound boring. The pregame rituals, post-win celebrations, and everything in between is nothing but brilliant. That's why PNC is proud to be a sponsor of Duke Athletics and support their devoted fans. Because keeping your finances boring allows you to make exciting memories full of all the things that make game day feel like game day. PNC Bank. Brilliantly boring since 1865. Member FDIC.
A true teammate takes on every day with a winner's attitude, gets up when they fall down, and leaves it all on the field. There's a group of teammates who do all these things every single day. But they're more than your typical athlete. They're kids facing unthinkable medical circumstances. Team Impact matches children facing serious illness and disability with college sports teams, creating a long-term, life-changing experience for everyone involved. Join us in the movement to get all kids in the game. Visit teamimpact.org to learn more. Team Impact. All in, all together.
Back here in Greenville, 11:51 to play on our opening half. The Blue Devils headed to the line, trailing by a point, 15-14. David Schmidt alongside John Roth. John Rose, our producer and engineer, back inside our network studios, is Trip Hurd. As the Blue Devils are getting to the line early. That's 17 fouls now they called on TCU, so they'll be in the bonus the rest of the way. But this most recent one was a shooting foul. It was the second on Latauris Lelavicius, the junior out of Kaunas, Lithuania, the transfer from Oregon State, played 28 minutes in the game against Ohio State. He's 6'7". He had punched the two big guys, so to speak, on this roster. Toulson's already got two. He's got two. And Punch has already picked up one. And John Roth, it's pretty clear that TCU is struggling with the size of Duke in the front court.
Yeah, absolutely. And the other thing that probably we should note is that, you know, we talked quite a bit about Duke only playing 7 players for all of the last 5 games and having 8 available today. TCU only really played 7 in their game against Ohio State. They had another guy come off the bench for a minute, but they're only really 7 deep when you get right down to it in the main portion of the game. So they've got to be concerned about foul trouble as well.
And as we told you, it'll be Hamenia to shoot 2 out of the timeout as he goes and fixes the net. 65% on the year, 28 out of 43. He's out there with Isaiah Evans, a sophomore out of Fayetteville, Caden Boozer, Malik Brown, and Dame Sarr. And the first free throw is good for Nicholas. That's his first point, and it ties it at 15 with 1 more to come. And the right-handed free throw shooter knocks down a pair confidently, I will say so as well. And Duke has the lead again, 16-15. Our third lead change of the ball game. And across midcourt comes Harding for TCU. Bounces one to the left. There's Jaden Pierre. Lelavicius back for Harding. He's being chased in midcourt by Dame Sarr. Sends one over to the right of Pierre. Now into the corner it goes in Robinson. Half the shot clock is gone. Lelavicius out there with 2 fouls. Sends it to the left sideline and Harding. A bounce pass to the baseline. There's Edmonds. 7 and 6 on the timer. Pierre on the drive. Crossed over on the dribble. Jumps up for 3. Short. And Brown tipped the rebound for Dame Sarr. Here come the Blue Devils trying to add to this 1-point cushion. Caden Boozer top of the key. Off of a screen set by Brown. Probing. Picked up his dribble. Back out for Malik top of the key. Found a cutter in Hamenia. Goes inside on Robinson. Back out for Dame Sarr. He wants another one. This one's offline right. Brown, an offensive rebound. A kick out for Evans. And you know how that goes. Isaiah's first 3 of the ball game gives him 95 on the year. And Duke leads by 4, 19-15. They scored the last 7. Robinson up top at the other end. Answers for TCU. Wide open. Robinson's got 8. And the Horned Frogs are back within 1 on their 4th three-pointer on 9 attempts.
I'd say Isaiah's was pretty long, at least 4 feet behind the arc.
As Brown has it at the logo at midcourt, sends it over to the right, and Isaiah Evans. All over him is Pierre. Isaiah holds it high, wants to drive into the paint, jumper up, and too strong. They fight for the rebound. TCU has it with Robinson. Layla Vicious and Hominian a pile behind the play. They're just now both getting to their feet as Robinson has it on the right for TCU, probing to the baseline, sends it back up top. Harding, and now Pierre. Around the perimeter it goes. Layla Vicious has it. Back up top, Edmonds now. On the drive on Brown, put the shoulder into him, spins, jumper up, and good. Just inside the free throw line. Xavier Edmonds is up to 5, and TCU has retaken the lead 20-19, midway point of the opening half. As we see Gongba and Cameron Boozer set to check in at the next head ball. Here's Caden. Works his way to the right. Looking for Evans. Lobs it to him out near midcourt. Bounces one to the left and Brown. And a foul off the ball on Pierre, holding Evans. And that'll be his first, 8th team foul. We'll send Isaiah to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. Give us a chance to tell you that tonight's game between Duke and TCU is presented by Duke Stores. It's tournament time, Duke fans. Whether you're watching from Cameron or cheering from home, gear up for the postseason with the latest Blue Devils apparel from Duke University Stores. Score official Nike gear and exclusive Duke merchandise you won't find anywhere else. Shop in store anytime at shop.duke.edu. Duke University Stores, your headquarters for Duke basketball. Isaiah, of course, an elite free throw shooter as he makes the front end. 86.8% on the year, 3rd in the ACC. He'll have one more, trying to give Duke the lead again. It will be our 5th lead change. Tied at 20 for the moment. A deep breath to steady himself, and he knocks them both down. So he's up to 5. It's Evans, the twin brothers out of Miami, Caden and Cameron Boozer, along with Patrick Gongba and Dame Sarr. Toulson on the left sideline gets it for Robinson, and now back to Harding up top. Harding working with the left-hand dribble. Works his way all the way to the baseline, trying to turn the corner on Boozer, cannot. Sends it back up top for Robinson. 10 to shoot. Punch, a handoff for Toulson. Bobbled it, collects himself in front of the Duke bench. Split a double team, fed it to Punch. Spins, kicks up top to the left. Robinson, another 3. Too strong. The rebound for Dame Sarr. And the Blue Devils bring it across, up 21-20. Here's Caden Boozer. Lob it to the left. There's Cameron. They really crash out on him with Edmonds. Getting very handsy. Cameron on the drive, steps through, fed it in traffic to Gongba. Knocked out of bounds. Gongba touched it last. So the Blue Devils turn it over for the 5th time with 9:05 to play in the half. TCU's only turned it over once. 7 of the Horned Frogs' 20 points have come off those turnovers.
And you can tell they've taken 19 shots this game to just 11 for the Blue Devils, thanks to the missed opportunities Duke's had with the 5 turnovers.
And some of the free throws too, but despite being out-rebounded 9-4, Duke with the edge on the glass. Here's Robinson, send one up top for Harding. Dribbles all the way around to the right, gets it to Toulson. A baseline drive, nearly lost it. Trying to throw a cross-court, deflected, stolen by Cameron Boozer. Now it's Isaiah Evans with Robinson on his hip. Into the paint, lefty scoop, it's good. I have no idea how he kept his balance, but he did, and the lead grows to 3. 23-20, 8:35 to play in the half. Here is Harding. Send one over to the left and Punch. Back huddles. Works his way through some traffic. A handoff for Robinson. At the left elbow, the jumper's too strong. The rebound in traffic. Toulson got it back, put it up, scored, and he'll have a chance for 3. Maybe a headbutt of the basketball. Sometimes that'll get you a tech. As it is, Caden Boozer picks up his first.
Yeah, Caden reached in and got his hand on the ball and really made that shot delayed, but still able to finish through that contact.
Put him on the arm as well, and Toulson at 73.4% will shoot the free throw. Trying to tie it at 23 with 8:23 to play in the half. And the transfer from Utah Valley was scoreless against Ohio State 5th time this year. He's got his first points today, and the free throw is too strong. The rebound for Cameron Boozer. Stacking those up in a hurry. That's his 3rd. So Duke by 1, 23-22 with 8:14 to play until the break. It's Cameron off of a screen set by Evans. Back to Isaiah on the left. Little ball fake, steps closer, got the defender airborne. Put it in, and he was fouled. A chance for 4 as Harding picks up his first.
Isaiah Evans operating around the top of the key. Had a few gyrations, and when he got hit, kind of threw a line drive at the basket, and it went in, and now he has the 4-point play opportunity.
Looking to get into double figures. He's already there with 10. He's got 10 of the 26 and now perhaps 11. We're talking about after the game, everybody talked to. He took ownership for what happened in the first half against Siena, making amends in the first 12 minutes tonight as Isaiah is up to 11. And Duke has their biggest lead so far, 5 at 27-22 with 8:05 to play until the break. And here come the Duke faithful here in Greenville. On the left, a baseline pass to Toulson. Duke has gone zone 2-3. Harding swing it over to the right. Robinson now punch at the free throw line. Little ball fake, steps closer, sends it to the right baseline. The jumper for Toulson wouldn't go. The rebound for Cameron Boozer. And here they come across midcourt up by 5. And the big fellow is going to lead the break. Reed is across midcourt by punch. Send it to the right. Evans can't hit this one. Offline left. Hamenya able to save it and draw a foul. No, he stepped on the baseline trying to save it. Crashed into the photographers. He's holding his head. You hope that he's okay as he rolls over and comes to his feet. Timeout on the floor. 7:34 to play till halftime. Duke by 5, 27-22.
It's tournament time, Duke fans.
Deep three. Give it to him.
Whether you're watching from Cameron or cheering from home, gear up for the postseason with the latest Blue Devils apparel from Duke University stores. Score official Nike gear and exclusive Duke merchandise you don't find anywhere else. Shop in store or anytime at shop.duke.edu. Duke University stores, your headquarters for Duke basketball.
Here's a club you'll want to get into, Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up, plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings good up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
Hey, I'm Coach John Shire with Duke Men's Basketball. For our team, preparation starts long before tip-off. Every practice, every play, and every recovery matters. If a player is injured, they need expert care fast. That's why we count on Duke Orthopedics for quick access to world-class care. And you can too. From Cameron and North to locations throughout the Triangle, they have experts to help keep you in the game. Don't let pain bench you. Duke Orthopedics is ready when you are.
Orthopedic appointments within 48 hours. Duke Health is ready when you are. Visit DukeHealth48.com to schedule an orthopedic appointment.
Cameron off of a screen set by Evans. Back to Isaiah on the left. Little ball fake. Steps closer. Got the defender airborne. Put it in. And he was fouled. A chance for 4 as Harding picks up his first.
Isaiah Evans with the 3. Added the free throw, so he got the 4. And the Blue Devils now up 27-22 with 7:34 to go here in the first half. And Isaiah Evans, the first player on either team to hit double figures in this game. He's got 11. He's 3 out of 6 from the floor and 3 out of 3 from the free throw line with 2 3-pointers in there. And Malik Brown, Duke's number 2 scorer thus far, 2 for 2 for 5 points. Overall, Duke's hit 57% of its shots so far in this half at 8 out of 14, and they're 60% from three-point range at 3 for 5, and then they're 100% at the free throw line, 8 for 8. On the TCU side, leading scorer is Micah Robinson. He's knocked down a couple threes. He's got 8 points. They've hit 41%. They're 4 out of 10 from 3. They've only had 1 free throw attempt. Duke also on top on rebounding, 11-6 thus far, but they've also had 3 more turnovers, 5-2, than this TCU team. So Blue Devils up by 5 with 7:34 to go in the half.
As we remind you, tomorrow to check out the latest edition of Duke All Access with head coach John Shire. It comes your way Sundays at noon on ABC 11. Don't forget the ABC 11 mobile app is your ticket to Duke basketball highlights and the latest from the First Alert forecast. Just tap the app and make your own from ABC 11 Eyewitness News. As heard from John Roth, I'm David Schumann alongside John Rose, our producer and engineer here courtside in Greenville opposite the Blue Devil bench. Shepard back inside our network studios. First day of the second round, already 2 tickets punched to the Sweet 16. Those games were in Buffalo. Michigan is through in the Midwest. And in the East, Michigan State is through as the ACC's down to 3 teams in the event.
The 2 teams the Blue Devils played during the non-conference portion of their schedule. Both have moved on to next weekend.
TCU with it out of the timeout. For the Blue Devils, it'll be Evans, Hamenya, Sarr, Gungba, and Cameron Boozer. Along the right sideline, here's Edmonds. The Blue Devils settle back in what looks like a 3-2 zone. Shot clock's already down to 14. Harding trying to figure it out. Drifts to the right, sends it back up top for Pierre. Back to Harding. It's down to 7 and 6. They're 5 feet beyond the three-point line. Robinson up top, Edmonds. 3 to shoot. Lob it inside. Punch catches in front of Boozer. Lost it all the way out of bounds. Last touch by the Blue Devils, but TCU's only got 0.2 of a second to shoot on the left sideline. That means all they can do is tip it. And Gongba at 6'11" is standing right in front of the rim.
Yeah, 0.2. Let's see what they do.
Pierre to inbound. It's caught. That's a shot clock violation. You got to have at least 0.3 to get a shot off. And the Blue Devils force a TCU turnover. That's their third.
So that was basically an automatic whistle blow as soon as he caught the ball in bounds.
As Boozer brings it across, that's Cameron. Waiting. Dribbles to the left. Got a step-on punch. Into a double team. Flipped it in for Gongba, who reversed it home. Backwards over his head. Goodness, the lead is 7. 29-22. 6:45 to go till halftime. Harding. Send it over to the right. Pierre. Punch, and now Harding. They're playing catch on the perimeter. To the baseline it goes, and Edmonds. One-on-one with Cameron Boozer. Backs him down. Spins to the baseline. Back to the middle. Flip it cross-court. Harding again. Shot clock's down to 10. Edmonds wants to drive. Sarr nearly knocked it loose. Threw it out of bounds. Trying to get it to Punch. TCU's turned it over for a fourth time.
Patrick Gongba had that passing lane completely sealed off. I don't know that he could even see his player underneath that he tried to thread it to.
Duke has scored the last 6. They're looking for more. One of the many benefits of having Patrick Gongba back. Caden Boozer getting a chance to breathe here in the first half. He's played just about the entire time while Gongba's been out. On the right corner, it's Hamenya. Rimmed out on a 3. Edmonds the rebound for TCU. The Blue Devils 3 of 6 from outside here in this first half. TCU 4 for 10. Edmonds into the paint, into the chest of Hamenya, and a blocking foul is called. And John Shire does not agree, to say the least, and that'll be the first on Nicholas. They're asking if it's a shooting foul. Are they going to get free throws on this? Wow, they will. And that'll bring Caden Boozer back into the ball game. As we remind you, the Blue Devil basketball is brought to you in part by Kohl's. From jerseys to hats and more fan favorites, find everything you need to gear up for game day at Kohl's and Kohl's.com. So at the free throw line, it's Edmonds, and the first one is good. He's 64.6% on the year. As Caden Boozer will come back in, and Dame Sarr, the freshman out of Oderzo, Italy, will get a breather.
16 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, and the game-winning basket in their victory over Ohio State on Thursday.
1 out of 2 at the line here. Punch, an offensive rebound, and a reach-in foul. No, a foul on TCU, excuse me. Who are they going to get? Is it Punch on the rebounding action? No, it's on Duke. The initial signal was that it was on TCU. Instead, it's on the Blue Devils. And it's on Gongba, and that's his second. And now he'll have to have a seat with 6:04 to play in the half. They wanted to manage his minutes today, but not this way.
Not this way.
As Brown will come back in. So that is team foul number 6 on the Blue Devils. TCU's been whistled for 9. The Horned Frogs trying to get it in, having a hard time. Harding in the right corner for Edmonds. He drives by Cameron Boozer, got inside, flipped it up top for Robinson. A touch pass for Pierre. Around to the right in Harding. Got airborne, flipped it to the left. Catching his punch, 10 to shoot. Bounces one inside, knocked loose by Cameron Boozer, but Edmonds got it back. 6 and 5. Long 2 off the left baseline, short, and Cameron's got the rebound. His 5th. 2 away from taking the freshman record at Duke. Caden Boozer out near midcourt. Dribbles to the right, curls inside, ran into, got it picked up, into the left corner. Evans is open, short on a 3. Malik Brown the rebound, back up top for Caden Boozer. Now to the left, Evans will drive all the way in, scoop it up, and in off the left window. Isaiah's got 13. Timeout TCU. Duke by 8, 31-23, with 5:24 to play till halftime. This is their biggest lead of the ball game as they look to get to the Sweet 16 for a 4th consecutive year and the 31st time in program history. A couple of teams have already punched their ticket to the Sweet 16 on this 3rd day of the NCAA tournament. I guess the 3rd day in full, 5th day if you count the first 4. And for more on what's going on elsewhere, let's send it to our studios and check in with Trip Hurd.
Thank you, David. There are a couple of finals now. One from Buffalo. Michigan State tops Louisville. The final 77-69. The Cardinals actually trimmed the lead down to 3 at the under 12 mark, but the Spartans took control from there. Cohen Carr had 21 points and 10 rebounds. Jeremy Fears Jr. with 16 assists in the win, and the Spartans move on. They'll face the winner of the bottom of the East Region bracket. UConn and UCLA meet tomorrow at 8:45 p.m. The other final this afternoon, top-seeded Michigan continues to roll as they dispatch of the 9 seed, St. Louis, 95-72, the final from Buffalo in the Midwest region. Yaxel Lindenborg with 25 points, 6 rebounds to lead the Wolverines, and they're on to the Sweet 16. They meet the winner of Texas Tech and Alabama. That game will serve as the nightcap tomorrow, tipping at 9:45 from Tampa, Florida. Back to you, David.
All right, Trip, thank you very much. We're 5:24 to play in our opening half while we have a moment. 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Duke Basketball from Learfield. Blue Devil Basketball is brought to you in part by SiriusXM Satellite Radio. Listen to all things college sports, including live games and talk on SiriusXM College Sports Radio, Channel 84, and streaming on the SiriusXM app. The Blue Devils have opened up this 8-point advantage, and tell me if you heard this before, John Roth. Done it with their defense. No field goals for TCU in the last 3 minutes.
No, absolutely. The Blue Devils have been very solid on the defensive end thus far. 23 points for the Horned Frogs with 5:24 to go, and they've done it without fouling. The TCU's only been to the free throw line for 3 free throw attempts here in this first half. 4 turnovers for them, but the Blue Devils have done a nice job of keeping who I consider their best player, Edmonds, from really exerting a lot of control. He's got 6 points. He's the guy that they look to, and he's had opportunities, but the Blue Devils have played him very physically, and they need to continue to do that because he's also a willing passer out of a lot of the plays that they feed him down on the post. So good, excellent job. And it's been not just Cam Boozer, but also some work from Hamenya on a couple of times on Edmonds as well. So he's a guy the Blue Devils are targeting, and they've done a solid job so far. But TCU within 8 here with 5:24 to go.
Important part of the ball game. If you look at TCU's first half against Ohio State when they built a 15-point lead at halftime before seeing it get away, actually trailing in the second half before coming back to win it by 2. They scored the final 11 points of the first half against the Buckeyes to lead by 15, 39-24 at halftime. Right now the Blue Devils have the 8-point advantage, forcing a Jamie Dixon timeout. And some three-quarter court pressure for the Blue Devils out of the timeout. As they slow the advance, Harding brings it across, sends it to the right of Pierre. Now they settle back into a 3-2 zone. Almost like a 1-2-2. With Hamenya at the top of it. Pierre whips one inside. Edmonds found a lane on Brown and laid it off the window and in.
Edmonds beat the defense on that time. Yeah.
Found a driving lane. And the Horned Frogs get back within 6, 31-25 as we go under 5 minutes to play in the half. Caden Boozer up top. Sends it from Malik Brown back to Caden now. Looking over to the right. Back door. Brown wide open for a two-hand flush. TCU got enamored with Isaiah Evans coming off the cut. Brown dunks it down. He's up to 5. The lead back to 8.
Pinpoint pass from Caden Boozer.
The Blue Devils have 8 assists on their 11 makes from the field. On the right, Pierre. Little ball fake. Back up top, Robinson. And now Pierre again. Finds Harding in front of the Duke bench on the right sideline. Bounces one inside for Edmonds. Back outside to the left. Robinson a 3. Too strong. The rebound for Cameron Boozer. They made 3 of their first 5 from 3, but they're 1 for their last 6. 4 of 11 for the ballgame, talking about TCU. Here's Cameron on the drive. Got a step-on punch into the paint. Lob it up. Brown catches. Flipped it up. No. Took the hit. No whistle, though. And here comes TCU the other way. 33-25. The Duke lead is 8 with 4 minutes to play in the half. Punch rubbing his nose, and the officials are going to stop play, and that's going to take us to a timeout. 3:59 to play till halftime. Duke leads at 33-25.
Your Harris Teeter grocery haul can earn you savings on gas with our fuel points. Earn 1 fuel point for every $1 you spend when you shop with your Vic card on your favorite products, fresh produce, and organic brands. Track your fuel points in the Harris Teeter app and redeem your points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. The more you shop, the more points you earn. It's like getting gas money just for shopping like you normally do. Click to learn more. Harris Teeter, in food with love.
This is Duke Basketball from Learfield.
Think about the last time you moved. Remember how you said you'd never do it alone again? We know moving is tough, but at Two Men and a Truck, we make it easy. No matter the move, big or small, we'll make it a smooth one. We're the movers who care and will prove it with our 96% referral rate and courteous background check movers. We're local and affordable. We can help at a price that won't make you wish you'd done it on your own. When you're ready, give us a call or find us online for a free estimate at twomenandatruck.com.
When you're on the move and looking for nonstop college sports action, get the Varsity Network app and take the game with you everywhere. Stream live play-by-play from schools across the country right from your phone, free. Catch hundreds of weekly podcasts, including shows from your favorite teams, all in one place. From football Saturdays to midweek hoops, it's your all-access pass to the college sports world. Whether it's game day or just your daily drive, the Varsity Network app has you covered. Download now and listen live for free on the Varsity Network app.
Trippard back inside the Learfield Network studios. Coming up at the halftime break, we'll get you caught up on everything going on in the NCAA tournament. Michigan State and Michigan on to the Sweet 16, and we've got a big slate of games coming up. The number 2 seed Houston in the South region, they'll take on the 10 seed Texas A&M. Those schools only about 90 miles apart, and Houston had a big scare from the Aggies back in 2024 in the opening round of the NCAA tournament. Some history there. 3 seed Gonzaga in the West region, and the 11 Texas. Those two tip off at 7:10. We're going to keep our eyes on all that and more. That's coming up at the halftime break. For now, let's get our first half in the books. Back to Greenville. Here's David Shumate.
All right, Tripp, thank you very much. We told you what caused the stoppage was the fact that David Punch, for TCU, looked like maybe he was bleeding in his forehead. The 3 officials, Paul Sales, Gregory Nixon, and Clarence Armstrong, have spent the majority of the time out over at the monitor looking at something. They haven't gone over to add anything to the official scorebook as of yet. And the conversation continues. So we'll see what they've adjudicated here, but John Roth, normally when they huddle that much, it doesn't normally pretend that they're not going to call nothing.
Yeah, something seems to be in the works. There's certainly all 3 of them discussing it here with 3:59 to go in this first half.
And judging by the way the 2 head coaches were asking questions of the officials, someone's not going to be happy. As the Blue Devils have 8 assists, Caden Boozer has 3 of them now. 2 for his brother Cameron, who's up to 6 rebounds. So he's equaled the Blue Devil rebounding record for a freshman. The Blue Devils have this 8-point lead, and Cameron Boozer's only got 2 points.
Cameron Boozer has
yet to have a field goal, only taken 1 shot.
Yeah, he's only taken 1 shot. He has made a couple of free throws. He's certainly been strong on the boards, but he's been very important to what this team has done and functioning on the offensive end. He's been the guy the ball has gone through at the top of the key for several of their possessions thus far.
So for the moment, it's TCU in possession in front court with 21 to shoot and 3:59 to play in the half, and Duke up 33-25. With this very long conversation with our officiating crew continues in front of the scorers table across from us. And we'll see if they say play on or do they add something here. Foul trouble, a little piece of the storyline. Gungba's picked up 2, his return. He's got 4 points on 2 of 2 shooting, also has 2 rebounds. Boozer, Evans, that's Caden Boozer, by the way. Haminya and Dame Sarr each with 1. For TCU, Layla Vicious has 2. Toulson has 2. And they have 5 different guys with 1 as they've been whistled for 9. Duke has been whistled for 6.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what they come up with here. The last play was the Blue Devils going inside to Malik Brown and unable to finish a dunk. And you know there was some contact in there because Malik came away favoring a spot just under his eye on his face. And then Punch, basically they stopped play after they crossed midcourt with TCU coming down to the other end. And they were cleaning up blood on the floor during that timeout.
And I don't envy those 3 guys over there in stripes. We knew this was going to be a hard game to officiate with all the physicality.
Yeah.
And what do you pick out? And now, as we work our way out of the timeout, the conversation continues across the way with 3:59 to play in the half. And they've decided something. Clarence Armstrong is over talking to the TCU huddle. Gregory Nixon is walking over to talk to the Duke huddle. And Paul Sales is talking to the scorers table. And we'll be looking across at the head coach of the Blue Devils, John Shire, we'll be able to tell what he thinks of what's been adjudicated. And I think something's going to get called on Duke here, is my guess. And they're pointing at the head, and given the fact that Punch was bleeding, makes me think something's going to get called. And John Shire doesn't appear too upset, but also doesn't appear to like the explanation. They haven't made an announcement in the arena here of yet. One of the officials is coming over to talk to television. I'll see if I can listen in.
We don't really know whose elbow they're talking about having hit Punch in the face, but that's going to be what happens.
And it's going to be a flagrant foul on Boozer, they said. Now, is it Cameron or Caden?
It was determined that number 12, White, committed a flagrant 1 elbow foul against number 15 in the blue on the previous possession. By rule, we are still within the window to penalize that. 2 free throws would be awarded to Black 15. Unfortunately, he's unable to shoot his free throws. Therefore, anybody can shoot that. There'll be 2 free throws with nobody on the line. It will be TCU ball in the front court with 21.
And unable to shoot it is Punch because he's got cotton up his nostril. And because it's a flagrant foul, if I understand this correctly, TCU gets to pick, and Layla Vicious at better than 90% will shoot the 2. If you're wondering about the rules in terms of stuff to look for down the road, as Layla Vicious misses the first foul, flagrant fouls are not like a technical. You actually get 3 flagrant 1 fouls before you're ejected. Hopefully we don't get into that territory, but just something to be aware of as the second free throw is good for Layla Vicious. His first point brings TCU back within 7, 33-26. Punch, by the way, is still on the bench, just has some cotton in his nostril with 3:59 to play till halftime. It also serves as the 7th team foul on the Blue Devils. And now here is Harding, driving to the right baseline, cut off there. Hands it off for Robinson, now Layla Vicious. Swing it over to the left, and Pierre waiting. Puts it on the deck, dribbles up top, looking inside, fed it to Edmonds. Holds it high, backing down on Brown. Spins to the middle, dumped it off inside, and Robinson got Boozer airborne, and now Cameron's got 2.
Yeah, that was the problem. He went with the shot fake and got airborne and came down on top of him. That's one of the things they were trying to focus on in this game, not falling for the shot fakes, because TCU really does a lot of shot fakes. Keep your feet on those situations. At that time, Cam got up in the air and committed the foul.
So Robinson at 76.3% to the line. And for the moment, it looks like Cameron Boozer is going to stay out there with the 2 fouls, as the first free throw is good. So Robinson's got 9 for TCU, on the verge of becoming their first into double figures. And the second free throw can make it a 3-point trip for the Horned Frogs, but it's no good. So they take 4 free throws, miss 2 of them. And the Blue Devil lead is 6, 33-27, with 3.5 minutes to play until the break. Dame Sarr to the baseline. Cameron Boozer whip it to the right. Evans a 3. Too strong. They fight for the rebound. Brown able to save it off of Pierre. And Duke will have it with a fresh 20. And Pierre doubled over in pain along the right sideline. As we get another look, shaking out his right shoulder. And he got bumped into on the rebounding action. They'll give him all the time he needs to get right before Duke will inbound with 3:26 to play in the half, leading by 6.
And back to 20 on the shot clock.
And now Toulson will pop up off the TCU bench, and Pierre will come out. And Pierre is shaking out that right shoulder. Here's Caden Boozer to inbound it. Lob it to his brother Cameron in the right corner. Bounce it to the baseline. Caden off his shin, able to save it though. To the left corner, Evans. Little ball fake. Drives on Toulson. Lost it. Got it back. Backpedals with 12 on the timer. Isaiah off of the screen sent by Malik Brown. Here comes a double team in the pocket. Back to Malik. Back up top Sarr to the right corner. Caden Boozer. 5 to shoot. Into the paint. Kick to the left. Evans will launch. And it's short. Cameron Boozer fighting for the rebound. It's tipped out. Layla Vicious has it for TCU. So 33-27. Duke by 6. 3 minutes to play in the half. They've led by as many as 8 here in the opening stanza. Here's Edmonds facing up on Brown. Drives him, backs him down into the paint, steps through, forced it up, and hit it. Xavier Edmonds has 10, and TCU is within 4, 33-29 with 2:43 to play in the half.
Let's not pretend he's not a physical cover. He uses his body all the way down the lane.
Oh, man, Brown and Edmonds battling up top. The foul is on Xavier Edmonds. And it'll be Brown to the line to shoot 2 on the 10th team foul. Edmonds went flying, trying to draw the foul, I think, on Malik Brown, but grabbed his wrist. Well, second round of the NCAA tournament. Two teams fighting hard. We expected physicality, and
we got it.
There have been 15 combined free throws, 8 for the Blue Devils, 7 for TCU.
That's 18 combined fouls.
That's Malik Brown at 40.7% will go to the line. Made his first one today, 12 to 28. And the first one here is good. Kind of like his three-point shot. Everything looks good, right, John Roth? And sometimes you just don't get the results you're looking for.
Yeah, he has a nice-looking three-point shot, but his percentage on the year leaves much to be desired.
I'll have one more. On the way. Didn't get that one. And Toulson the rebound for TCU. So Duke by 5, 34-29 with 2.5 minutes to play until the break. Here's Harding across midcourt for the Horned Frogs. Bounces, no, thought he was. Now he will give it to Edmonds on the right. Brown reached in, went cross court for Toulson. Drives, got airborne, flipped it back outside for Robinson. To the baseline it goes, and Edmonds backing down on Brown. Knocked loose by Malik Brown out of bounds. It'll stay with TCU in front of us on the left sideline with 10 to shoot.
And Hamenya in for Cameron Boozer. He now checked out with those 2 fouls. And Hamenya, at times in this game, has had the opportunity to guard Edmonds, but right now it looks like Malik Brown is matched up with him.
So Gongba and Cameron Boozer, each with 2 on the bench. It's Caden Boozer, Malik Brown, Dame Sarr, Isaiah Evans, and Nicholas Hamenya. 8 on the timer. In the pocket, it comes for Edmonds to the right corner. Toulson going to try a 3 over Sarr. It's too strong. Hamenya tapped the rebound, able to save it to Caden Boozer. Across midcourt, leading by 5 as we approach 2 minutes to play in the half. Brown to the right. There's Isaiah Evans. A baseline drive cut off by Layla Vicious. Backs out of it. Waits, reloads, drives again to the left. Caden Boozer couldn't catch it. Wasn't the best pass, taken away by TCU. Now it's Edmonds on the run, bobbled it, able to lay it in though. Nearly fumbled it out of bounds, but it brings TCU back within 3, 34-31 with 1:47 to play in the half. 6 turnovers for the Blue Devils have led to 9 points for TCU, and now the Horned Frog fans are making some noise. Brown top of the key. Looks to the right, looking back door, it's not there. Dribbles that way, whipped one inside for Sarr, foul on TCU. I think that's on Layla Vicious, that would be his 3rd.
He was all over Dame Sarr's shoulder as Dame tried to catch that pass from Malik.
Indeed it is, and that's the 3rd foul on the junior out of Lithuania. And now Dame Sarr will shoot 2. Blue Devils 9 of 10 at the line for Dame. These will be his first attempts of the ballgame. The right-handed free throw shooter sends the first one up and got the roll.
They haven't hit a field goal in over 3 minutes, but they've been pretty solid at the free throw line.
They're taking 6 fewer shots than TCU despite out rebounding by 7, but a lot of that is because they've been doing this at the free throw line because of the fouls. Second attempts. Got them both. Got to hit your free throws in the NCAA tournament. They're doing that today.
10 of 11.
And with 90 seconds to play in the half, they lead by 5. Toulson along the left sideline for Pierre. Sends it back up top. Harding. Waits. Drifts to the right. Now back to the left, off of a screen to the right. A bounce pass into the arms of Pierre, and back to Harding. 9 to shoot. Around to the left corner for a Toulson 3. Good. Tanner Toulson, 29% on the year from outside. Knocks one down and brings TCU back within 2. That's their 5th 3 on 13 attempts. 36-34, the Duke advantage as we enter the final minute of the opening stanza. Caden Boozer works his way to the right, turns the corner, goes inside, scoop, lost it, but it came to Brown, who got the defender airborne, and he'll shoot 2. I think that was Edmonds, and that would be 3. It is.
Edmonds blanketing Malik Brown inside, but Malik being a little crafty there with his shot fake and drawing some contact to get to the line.
So the Blue Devils get into the free throw line and really stacking up the fouls on the big guys for TCU. Edmonds with 3, Layla Vicious with 3. Duke has their own foul problems inside with Boozer and Gongba each with 2 on the bench, and now Brown to shoot 2 more. And the right-handed free throw shooter got the roll. Well, kind of shot put it up there. And Malik trying to get into double figures on the second free throw. Glass half full, glass half empty, right? Leading by 3, and Cameron Boozer doesn't have a field goal. Second free throw for Brown. Got them both. Man, as he stepped up in a big way here in the second round of the NCAA tournament.
Malik Brown with 10 points and has hit 4 out of 5 free throws.
They've needed them too. 38-34, 45 seconds to play in the half. On the left, Harding drives inside on Brown. Floater is around and out. They fight for the rebound. Edmonds got a hand on it, but Evans claims it. And about a 7-second differential shot clock to game clock. Duke has that use it or lose it timeout, and they'll burn it here. We'll break for 30 with Duke leading 38-34.
It's tournament time, Duke fans.
Deep three. Give it to him.
Whether you're watching from Cameron or cheering from home, gear up for the postseason with the latest Blue Devils apparel from Duke University stores. Score official Nike gear and exclusive Duke merchandise you don't find anywhere else. Shop in store or anytime at shop.duke.edu. Duke University stores, your headquarters for Duke basketball.
Back here in Greenville, 30.4 seconds to play till halftime. 23 on the shot clock. Duke will be in possession, leading by 4. They're in the double bonus. As TCU's already been whistled for 12 fouls here in the first half. Duke has been whistled for 8. So it'll be 1-1 for the Horned Frogs on common fouls. But first, Duke on offense with Isaiah Evans, Nicholas Hamenya, Dame Sarr, Caden Boozer, and Malik Brown. And Evans and Brown have 23 of the 38. A combined 7 of 14 from the field and 7 of 8 at the free throw line. Hamenya to inbound. Left sideline gets it in for Caden Boozer. And he'll walk it slowly across midcourt, greeted by Pierre. Trying to add to a 4-point lead before the break. Caden waiting. Looking for space up top. Crosses over. Pierre all over him. Shot clock's down to 10. Caden works his way to the right. Trying to turn the corner. Got inside. Spins to a double team. Kicks to the left. Evans is open. Short. The rebound for TCU. Solachum had it knocked out of his hands. Who touched it last? Duke did. Out of bounds with 5.8 to play in the half.
Yeah, those were the quick hands of Malik Brown that kept them from getting an outlet pass down the floor. Now they've got to inbound at 94 feet away with 5.8 to go.
You love the look, though. Couldn't ask for a better look than Isaiah Evans in that left corner. Solachum will head out. And Layla Vicious will come back in with 3 fouls. The inbounder is Toulson. Gets it in for Harding. 3 seconds and 2 across midcourt. Splits a double team. 1 second now. A scoop at the buzzer is no good. But Harding got to the 10. Couldn't finish. And we head to halftime with the Blue Devils leading by 4. 38-34. Isaiah Evans led the way with 13. Malik Brown had 10 and 4. Also an assist. Cameron Boozer, 2.6 rebounds and 2 assists. His brother Caden, 2 points, a rebound, and 3 assists. The Blue Devils have this lead despite not having a field goal for nearly 5 minutes to close the half, but they did make 13 of 14 at the line, and they lead by 4. Coming up at the half, we'll send you back to our network studios. Trip Hurd will check the scoreboard, get you caught up on everything going on elsewhere, all the highlights from this first half, and then John Roth will be back with a look at the first half stats. At the break, it's Duke 38, TCU 34 here in Greenville.
Kohl's Spring Savings event is kind of like sunshine. The deals are glowing, dazzling, tempting to stare directly at in awe. And with prices like these, looking away is a real challenge. You can get 40% off kitchen appliances, teas for just $7.99 and more, plus an extra 50% off clearance. Yep, Kohl's Spring Savings are looking bright. Shop them at Kohl's and Kohls.com. Select styles, offers end March 22nd. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohls.com for details.
Greetings from Breeze Airways, your hometown airline flying from Raleigh-Durham International Airport. Fly nonstop from Raleigh to Pensacola and 40 other postcard-worthy cities. This year goes somewhere worth writing home about. Breeze makes it easy with nonstop flights, flexible change policies, and a seriously nice onboard experience. Enjoy premium seating with Breeze Ascent, plus high-speed Wi-Fi and tasty snacks. Book today at flybreeze.com. Breeze Airways in partnership with Pensacola International Airport.
This is the Blue Devils Sports Network from Learfield.
Whether you're in the market for a new boat or just need service or accessories for an existing boat, turn to Overby Marine. Now with 2 locations in Kittrell and Lake Gaston, Overby Marine offers the highest quality of marine products and services, including the latest from Sea Ray, Centurion, Avalon, Bennington, as well as Cobalt boats. Overby Marine also offers the largest selection of parts in the region, along with full-service facilities at their 2 locations. Stop by or give them a call at 252-586-3593 or online at overbymarine.com. Overby Marine. Don't let adventure pass you by.
Which schools will take home the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup for the top college athletic programs for the 2025-26 college athletic season? Check out the criteria and follow the year-long standings of your favorite team at L Directors Cup on the X platform or online at thedirectorscup.com. Trophies will be awarded in June 2026 to the winning institutions in all college sports divisions. The Learfield Directors Cup, powered by NACDA, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
On the Blue Devil Sports Network from Learfield, welcome to the Blue Devil Halftime Report. Coming up, we'll break down the game's first 20 minutes, update scores from the ACC in the top 25, and preview the second half. The Blue Devil Halftime Report starts now.
Trip Herd with you back inside the Learfield Network studios. Duke on top of TCU at the halftime break in Greenville, South Carolina, 38-34. The Blue Devils with a 4-point lead. Let's go ahead and run through some of the big plays from that first half. Duke obviously didn't want another slow start today, and Dame Sarr with the early three here.
Penetrates, whips to the right. Sarr in the right corner, launches and hits. That's his spot. Didn't have a three on Thursday afternoon, 0 for 4, but he knocks this one down, and we're tied at 5.
Dame would add a couple of free throws later in the first half. He's got 5 in the first 20 minutes. Great news in the pregame show that Patrick Gongbo would be back in the lineup tonight for Duke, and Pat coming off the bench and going straight to work.
Outlet pass for Isaiah Evans on the left sideline. Trying to retake the lead, 4.5 minutes in. Bounce pass finds Gongbo, places up on Lilavicius, goes inside, got position, off the window. Pat's back, and he's got his first bucket, and Duke has the lead. A good position inside on the junior big guy for TCU.
Great to see Big Pat back on the court. And in his absence over the last 5 games, Malik Brown stepping up big, and he's doing it again tonight.
Blue Devils 4 their first 7 from the field, but unfortunately already with 4 turnovers. It's Caden found Brown slicing in, off the window, counted in a foul. Malik headed to the free throw line. The foul on Toulson will be his second.
Duke out to a 16-15 early lead. Time for Isaiah Evans to chime in for the first time in the game, and Slim started to take over.
Goes inside on Robinson, back out for Dame Sarr. He wants another one. This one's offline right. Brown, an offensive rebound. A kick out for Evans, and you know how that goes. Isaiah's first 3 of the ball game gives him 95 on the year, and Duke leads by 4, 19-15. They scored the last 7. Nearly lost it, trying to throw a cross-court, deflected, stolen by Cameron Boozer. Now it's Isaiah Evans with Robinson on his hip. Into the paint, lefty scoop, it's good. I have no idea how he kept his balance, but he did, and the lead grows to 3. It's Cameron off of the screen set by Evans. Back to Isaiah on the left. Little ball fake, steps closer, got the defender airborne, put it in, and he was fouled. A chance for 4 as Harding picks up his first.
Isaiah Evans having a well of a first half. And Duke on a run. Patrick Gongba, tough to slow down for TCU.
Waiting. Dribbles to the left. Got a step on punch. Into a double team. Flipped it in for Gongba, who reversed it home. Backwards over his head. Goodness, the lead is 7. 29-22. 6:45 to go till halftime.
Another guy tough to slow down. That's Isaiah Evans.
Dribbles to the right, curls inside, ran into, got it picked up, into the left corner. Evans is open, short on a 3. Malik Brown the rebound, back up top for Caden Boozer. Now to the left, Evans will drive all the way in, scoop it up, and in off the left window. Isaiah's got 13. Timeout TCU.
Evans with 13 points to lead the Blue Devils in the first half. Another Blue Devil into double figures, Malik Brown.
Sends it for Malik Brown, back to Caden now. Looking over to the right, back door, Brown wide open for a 2-hand flush. TCU got enamored with Isaiah Evans coming off the cut. Brown dunks it down, he's up to 5, the lead back to 8.
Pinpoint pass from Caden Boozer.
It all adds up to a 4-point lead for Duke. They're on top of TCU 38-34. We'll take a break, come back, and get you caught up on the scoreboard. All the other action from the NCAA tournament, that's coming up next. You're listening to Duke Basketball from Learfield.
Let me grab my car keys and we'll roll.
We still going to that new bar downtown?
Yeah, it's supposed to be fun. Lexi, give me driving directions from home to downtown Bar District.
Autocorrect. Suggest Uber. Pick up home. Drop off downtown Bar District.
No, I'm driving.
Suggest the Metro bus. Departing in 12 minutes.
Point taken, Lexi. We'll grab a ride.
If you drink, don't drive. Decide to ride. Brought to you in partnership by Anheuser-Busch, Mothers Against Drunk Driving, and Uber.
Doesn't the North Carolina Education Lottery Winners Club give the best massages?
I've never felt so relaxed.
Thanks to this month's scratch-offs, this is our life now.
It's like winning again and again and again.
This month's scratch-offs pack over $200 million in total prizes. The Winners Club awaits. Must be 18 to play. Approximate overall odds of winning range from 1 in 3.49 to 4.37. Problem gambling helpline 877-718-5543.
For the latest in news, notes, and special content, head to GoDuke.com. This is the Blue Devils Sports Network from Learfield.
It's bow time.
Carolina legends aren't born. They're handmade, only in Bo's Real Southern Kitchen. It all starts with fresh, never frozen chicken marinated for 24 hours in a flavor-packed blend of bold Southern seasonings. Then we hand bread and fry it to crispy, juicy, mouth-watering perfection. That's not just any chicken, that's the Carolina legend. Order some Bojangles and taste what everyone's been craving since 1977.
It's bow time.
Aw, shucks, the game's on TV, but I can't listen to the call of my favorite team broadcasters.
Never fear, Sync My Game is here.
Sync My Game?
Yes, Sync My Game. If you have a DVR and streaming device, head to syncmygame.com from Learfield. It's never been easier to hear the impassioned voices of your favorite radio crew synced with the TV.
Wow, thank you, Mr.
Just remember, syncmygame.com. This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by Duke University. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of Duke University and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by Duke University.
Back inside the network studios, Trip Hurd with you for a quick update from the scoreboard. The finals from earlier today, we've got a pair of them. The final from Buffalo, Michigan State tops Louisville 77-69. Cardinals had it down to 3 with about 12 minutes to play, but the Spartans took control coming down the stretch, and Jeremy Fair Jr. had 16 assists in this contest. Cohen Carr led the Spartans with 21 points. They will face the winner of UConn and UCLA. That game tomorrow at 8:45. The other final from this afternoon, top-seeded Michigan continues to roll. They dispatch of the 9-seed St. Louis, 95-72 the final from Buffalo in the Midwest region. Yaxel Lindenborg with 25 points and 6 rebounds to lead the Wolverines. They move on to the Sweet 16, and they'll meet the winner of Texas Tech and Alabama. That game serves as the nightcap tomorrow, tipping at 9:45 from Tampa, Florida. Coming up just after, well, we actually have one game in progress right now. The 2-seed in the South, Houston, taking on Texas A&M. Right now, the Cougars lead 19-16. They're just under 10 minutes left to play before the halftime break there. And out west in Portland, Gonzaga, they had a tough go of it in round 1 against Kennesaw. They survived despite shooting only 39% from the field. The Zags, normally a very good shooting team from the floor, 5th nationally this season. Today, the Bulldogs will take on the Texas Longhorns that made their way into the second round after beating NC State in the first 4, and BYU on Thursday. Texas and Gonzaga tip just after 7 o'clock. At 7:50, it'll be the 3-seed in the South, Illinois, taking on the 11-seed VCU, who sent North Carolina home after completing that 19-point comeback in the second half. On Thursday evening, the Rams went on to prevail in overtime in that game. VCU and Illinois follows our contest in Greenville. The second game of the night in Oklahoma City should be a good one. The 4-5 matchup, Nebraska taking on Vanderbilt. They should get that one underway around 8:45 this evening. And the late one tonight from Portland, Oregon, the 12th seed out of the West, High Point University. After stunning Wisconsin in the opener, they will look to keep on dancing, but it's going to be a tall task tonight as they will face John Calipari and the 4 seed Arkansas Razorbacks and their star freshman Darius Acuff Jr. So that's what's coming up later this evening. We'll take another break here, come back with the first half stats. You're listening to Duke Basketball from Learfield.
At Reed's Jewelers, we know that the rules of engagement were made to be broken. So don't settle for the first ring you see in the case. When you put a ring on it, make the moment your own with something that's just as unique as your love. Whether you're going big, keeping it subtle, or finding a happy medium, we're here to help you say I do with a one-of-a-kind design. Because doing things your way is what makes them mean everything. Reed's Jewelers, an official partner of Blue Devil Sports. Visit your local Reed's Jewelers in-store or online at reeds.com to chat with an expert.
Down many ways, streets, and lanes all across America, you'll find Valero at your go-to gas station, volunteering with local charities, fueling communities 365 days a year, and generally being a good neighbor. So whether you're in Texas, Louisiana, or Tennessee, or right here in Durham, you can always depend on us getting you where you need to be, in life or on the road, right now.
The Brotherhood plays here. This is Blue Devil Basketball from Learfield.
Duke fans don't just watch the game, they live it. Sitting in traffic on the way to the game might sound boring. The pregame rituals, post-win celebrations, and everything in between is nothing but brilliant. That's why PNC is proud to be a sponsor of Duke Athletics and support their devoted fans. Because keeping your finances boring allows you to make exciting memories full of all the things that make game day feel like game day. PNC Bank. Brilliantly boring since 1865. Member FDIC.
A true teammate takes on every day with a winner's attitude, gets up when they fall down, and leaves it all on the field. There's a group of teammates who do all these things every single day. But they're more than your typical athlete. They're kids facing unthinkable medical circumstances. Team Impact matches children facing serious illness and disability with college sports teams, creating a long-term, life-changing experience for everyone involved. Join us in the movement to get all kids in the game. Visit teamimpact.org to learn more. Team Impact. All in, all together.
Welcome back to Bon Secours Wellness Arena, Greenville, South Carolina. Duke and TCU at halftime. Both teams have returned to the floor to warm up for the second half with Duke on top 38-34. Check out some of the numbers from that first half. Isaiah Evans led the way for Duke with 13 points, including 2 threes. And Malik Brown also with double figures, 10 points, 3 for 4 from the floor and 4 for 5 from the line. Those were the only 2 double figures scores for the Blue Devils. Also 5 points for Dame Sarr. Cameron Boozer limited to no field goals, but he did have a couple of free throws. He's got 2 points at halftime. He does lead the Blue Devils in rebounding with 6. And off the bench, Patrick Gungbo playing for the first time since March the 2nd. Got in a little over 6.5 minutes and 4 points, 2 rebounds, 2 for 2 shooting, but also picked up a couple of fouls. Overall, Duke hit 48% of its shots, but just 3 out of 10 from three-point range, but certainly strong at the free throw line, 13 for 14. On the TCU side of the ledger, Xavier Edmonds, their leading scorer on the year, is their leading scorer today. 12 points on 5 out of 7 shooting, but he picked up his 3rd foul late in that first half, so certainly something to watch for the Horned Frogs. Micah Robinson, 9 points for them, knocked down a couple of threes. Overall, they shot 42%. They were 5 out of 13 from the three-point stripe. The Blue Devils out-rebounded TCU 18-11 in that first half. Don't forget, coming up tomorrow back home at Cameron Indoor, the Duke women's team hosting a second-round game in the NCAA tournament. The Blue Devils defeated Charleston yesterday, 81-64, and they're going to take on Baylor tomorrow. Baylor defeated Nebraska yesterday. Contest will be at 4 o'clock at Cameron Indoor Stadium. The number 3 seed versus the number 6 seed in a rematch of the season opener this year when Baylor beat the Blue Devils in a game played in Paris, France. So the winner of that game looking to move on to their regional semifinal Sweet 16 next weekend in Sacramento. We've got Duke 38, TCU 34. 20 minutes to go here in Greenville. We'll have it for you when we return. You're listening to Duke basketball from Learfield.
For comprehensive coverage of college basketball, tune to Sirius XM College Sports Radio Channel 84 in the car and on the Sirius XM app.
For the win! Got it! Let's go!
Sirius XM is the home of your favorite team and conference, including live games, plus interviews and analysis.
He's got it!
So cheer along with the Sirius XM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. Get a free trial at SiriusXM.com/College Sports Radio 2025.
You got next. The next open road. The next uncharted trail. With Ford Bronco and Ford Bronco Sport, you've got the next great SUV. Equipped with a blend of off-road performance, on-road precision, and plenty of power to conquer the next adventure. For the latest offers on the new Bronco or Bronco Sport, you got next. Only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
This is Blue Devil basketball from Learfield.
Think about the last time you moved. Remember how you said you'd never do it alone again? We know moving is tough, but at Two Men and a Truck, we make it easy. No matter the move, big or small, we'll make it a smooth one. We're the movers who care and will prove it with our 96% referral rate and courteous background check movers. We're local and affordable. We can help at a price that won't make you wish you'd done it on your own. When you're ready, give us a call or find us online for a free estimate at twomenandatruck.com.
When you're on the move and looking for nonstop college sports action, get the Varsity Network app and take the game with you everywhere. Stream live play-by-play from schools across the country right from your phone, free. Catch hundreds of weekly podcasts, including shows from your favorite teams, all in one place. From football Saturdays to midweek hoops, it's your all-access pass to the college sports world. Whether it's game day or just your daily drive, the Varsity Network app has you covered. Download now and listen live for free on the Varsity Network app.
Off we go to the second half here in Greenville. The Blue Devils lead it by 4, 38-34. David Shoemate alongside John Roth. John Rose, our producer and engineer. Back inside our network studios is Trip Hurd. As always, the winner, of course, is on to Washington, D.C., the Sweet 16, the East Regionals, and that'll be a Friday-Sunday regional next weekend in the NCAA tournament. The Blue Devils trying to get there for the 31st time. As John was taking you through the first half stats, it was in many ways an odd box score. TCU took 8 more shots, despite the Blue Devils out-rebounding them by 7. Duke took 7 more free throws and shot their free throws much better, 13 of 14, while TCU was just 3 out of 7. The two teams' leading scorers barely involved in terms of the scoring. Cameron Boozer only had 2 free throws. Meanwhile, David Punch for TCU had been averaging about 20 points a game their last 4. He only had 2 as well. Just the lone field goal. He had a rebound, 2 steals, and a turnover. Cameron Boozer did get the rebounding going with 6, also had 2 assists, a steal, and a turnover. But we've seen some pretty big second halves for him, John Roth, and it feels like the Blue Devils are going to need one here tonight.
Yeah, we certainly have. I mean, points in the paint in this half, 16-14 in favor of Duke, and that's with no points in the paint from Cameron Boozer. So you got to feel like that's going to change here in the second half. The Blue Devils certainly like it to change, as they'll look for him to be the catalyst he's been all season long. The plays will run through Cameron Boozer. We'll see how it goes here in the second half. But, yeah, still looking for his first field goal in this game and got to manage the foul trouble.
Duke will have it first here in the second half, trying to end a field goal drought that lasted a little more than 14 minutes. Or 4 minutes, I should say. 14. Okay. Felt like 14. Maybe 15 minutes of real time.
Real time, yeah. There were 5 lead changes and 6 ties in that first half. Duke did lead it for over 12 minutes of play, and they've got the lead now as we start the second half.
And we will watch John Shire's group go right to left as we see things here in the second half across from the team benches here in Greenville. It'll be Caden Boozer, Isaiah Evans, Cameron Boozer, Malik Brown, and Dame Sarr out there for TCU. Their starters are back on the floor as well. Brock Harding, Jaden Pierre, David Punch, Xavier Edmonds, and Micah Robinson. And here comes Caden Boozer across midcourt. Leave it for Cameron. Off of the screen, lob it inside to Malik. Pass deflected, came to TCU. Unfortunately, a turnover to get it started, the 7th of the ball game for the Blue Devils. On the left, inside Robinson. Penetrates, kicks to the right. Punch thought about a three, drove into Boozer. Kicks out. Robinson's open on the right. He's a good shooter. Missed that one, though. Tap follow for Edmonds wouldn't go. They still fight for the loose basketball off the chest of Robinson. It came out to Harding. And another opportunity for TCU. In the right corner, Punch is open. He'll take it this time. Missed it strong. The rebound for Dame Sarr. It feels like Blue Devils dodged a couple of bullets on that possession. They still lead by 4, but again, hunting their first field goal in more than 5 minutes now. Dame Sarr on the left, looking inside, fed it to Cameron Boozer. Double team, opposite corner. Evans, a touch pass up top for Caden. Pass deflected, trying to get it to Sarr. Robinson got a hand on it, but Duke got it back. 10 to shoot. Caden looks to the right. There's Isaiah Evans. 7 and 6. Back up top for Caden. A little shoulder shake and a drop. In on Punch. Scoop it up. Got it blocked. Out of bounds. It'll stay with Duke with 2.2 to shoot. And it'll be Caden Boozer to inbound on the left baseline. One change in the second half. Vianney Salachim is out there. With Edmonds having those 3 fouls, it's 23, not 24 out on the floor. I guess Jamie Dixon doesn't want to risk him picking up a 4th here early in the second half. So Towers Lelavicius is the other guy with 3 for TCU. As the officials went to the monitor to check the shot clock, put 9/10 of a second back on with 3.1 to shoot. Evans will inbound, gets it to Boozer at the free throw line. Cameron on the drive on Punch, goes inside, a little hesitation, high off the window, didn't catch the rim. And it's back-to-back turnovers for the Blue Devils to start the second half on a shot clock violation.
Not ideal. You knew the Blue Devils were going to get that ball to Cam, and it just took a little too long to get inside and couldn't get it off the rim.
So TCU across midcourt, trailing by 4 with 18:48 to go. Harding off of a screen, set by Punch, fed it back to him on the left. Looking inside, drives into the chest of Brown. A handoff for Harding now, curling around the defense to the left. Steps through, can't shoot. Feeds it back into the corner for Pierre. One-on-one with Caden Boozer. 8 on the timer. Back outside for Harding. 6 and 5 to shoot. Off of a screen. Looking to the right. Fed Robinson. 2-1. Evans knocked it loose. He got it back. Flipped it up. Missed it at the end of the shot clock. And Brown the rebound. Outstanding individual defense for Isaiah Evans. Now can they find a bucket? 18-17 to go. Still leading by 4 somehow. 38-34. Malik Brown with it up top. Dribbles to the left. Finds Caden Boozer. Bounces one up top. There's Cameron Boozer. Looking to the right, drives instead on Punch, got inside, knocked loose by Harding, and he flips it ahead to Robinson. Another turnover and a running opportunity, and it's a dunk for Salachim in transition. The senior center only averages a point a game, but he brings TCU back within 2, and the turnover is a huge problem here at the outset of the second half.
3 turnovers for Duke here in the first 2 minutes.
17:44 to play. Brown with it up top. Whips it to the corner. Dame Sarr will take a 3. Short. And the rebound for TCU. And that field goal drought has extended beyond 7 minutes now, stretching the 2 halves. 17 and a half minutes to play. Duke leads by 2, 38-36. Pierre backpedals up top. Drifts over to the left in front of the TCU bench. Leaves it into the arms of Punch. Now back for a Harding 3. Way offline. The rebound for Cameron Boozer. And now he has the freshman rebounding record. Meanwhile, at the other end, it's Dame Sarr blocked at the rim. Salachim got a piece. And now TCU the other way, it's Punch. One-on-one with Cameron Boozer. Goes inside, flipped it off the window. No, and Malik Brown has it. Long outlet, stolen. Trying to get it to Dame Sarr. Pierre cut in front. 3 minutes gone in the second half. Duke by 2. Pierre in the paint, flipped it up, missed it wildly. The rebound chased down by TCU. Evans got a hand on it, but Harding has it in midcourt. Some very sloppy basketball both ends at the moment. And we've only had 2 points since halftime. The two teams have combined 1 of 12 from the field. Here's Harding for TCU. Left side of the paint. Flips it back outside for Robinson. 5 to shoot. Into the paint on Caden Boozer. The floater is short. Got his own rebound. Goes back up. And that one's good. TCU is tied at 38 with 16:24 to go. Across midcourt comes Caden Boozer. Another theft. I think he's just trying to get a timeout. Punch took it away. Back to Harding. Behind the back to Robinson. And TCU's got the lead. 40-38. Across midcourt, Caden Boozer. Now they will get the timeout. But as you would imagine, the Horned Frogs fired up. 16-11 to go And the Blue Devils trail at 40-38 as we step aside here in Greenville.
Kohl's Spring Savings event is kind of like sunshine. The deals are glowing, dazzling, tempting to stare directly at in awe. And with prices like these, looking away is a real challenge. You can get 40% off kitchen appliances, teas for just $7.99 and more, plus an extra 50% off clearance. Yep, Kohl's Spring Savings are looking bright. Shop them at Kohl's and Kohls.com. Select styles, offers end March 22nd. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohls.com for details.
Here's a club you'll want to get into, Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up, plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings good up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
Your Harris Teeter grocery haul can earn you savings on gas with our fuel points. Earn 1 fuel point for every $1 you spend when you shop with your Vic card on your favorite products, fresh produce, and organic brands. Track your fuel points in the Harris Teeter app and redeem your points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. The more you shop, the more points you earn. It's like getting gas money just for shopping like you normally do. Click to learn more. Harris Teeter, in food with love.
Coverage of Duke basketball in the NCAA tournament is presented by Duke Stores, your headquarters for Duke basketball.
We're back in Greenville, 16-11 to play in the ball game, and the Blue Devils now trail it 40-38. They've led by as many as 8. That was about 5.5 minutes to go in the first half, and we're looking at closing in on 9 minutes without a field goal between the two halves for John Shire's group. And here in the second half, John Roth, in addition to the missed shots, 0 for 4, turnovers have been a huge problem.
Absolutely. In this first 3 minutes and 39 seconds of this half, Blue Devils have had 5 turnovers and missed their only 4 shots. So that certainly has not boded well for them extending their lead. TCU answered those turnovers with a 6-0 run. They haven't shot that well either. They're just 3 out of 11 this half, and they missed all their 3-pointers. But they've done enough points off of turnovers, 6 of them, to take the lead at 40-38 when they were down 38-34 at the half.
So the Littles will have it out of the John Shire called timeouts. What do you think? Get a touch inside for Cameron Boozer, still hunting his first field goal. Some 24 minutes into the ballgame. That
would seem to be a thought that you would take with the probable National Player of the Year, having not really scored from the field in this game yet. Get him the ball, and if he doesn't get it in prime position for him to score, let him make a decision, because his decision-making has been exquisite throughout this freshman year.
Patrick Gungba into the ball game as Malik Brown's going to get a breather, as is Nicholas Haminya as Dame Sarr comes out. Evans and Caden Boozer and Cameron all stay. Lob it to the right. There's Gungba. Catches. Backdoor. Cameron Boozer wide open. An authoritative first field goal off the feed from Gungba. Ties it at 40.
And Isaiah Evans with a manly screen to open him up.
We go under 16 minutes to play. Punch for TCU. Back for Pierre. Top of the key. Here comes a double team. Whoops onto the right, and Toulson on a left-hand dribble brings it up top. Waits. The Littles have gone zone, it looks like. Now they switch into a little bit of a man-to-man coverage as Pierre sends one over to the left and punch. A baseline drive on Boozer, cut off there. 6 to shoot. Reloads with the right hand, goes inside, ripped away, stolen by Cameron Boozer. Now Caden wants to run. In transition, leave it for Cameron. Ball faking a drive. Right by punch, got inside, flipped it up, and he'll shoot 2. Bodies flying everywhere in front of the Duke bench. Cameron to the line. Toulson down. And we'll see who gets ticketed with the infraction.
Cameron at least popped right up. Big collision between him and Toulson. Toulson limping off right now. We'll see if he can even stay in the game.
The third on Tanner Toulson. And now the officials are headed to the monitor. We got another timeout. 15:26 to go into the ball game. Tied at 40 here in Greenville.
Let me grab my car keys and we'll roll.
Are we still going to that new bar downtown?
Yeah, it's supposed to be fun. Lexi, give me driving directions from home to downtown bar district.
Autocorrect. Suggest Uber. Pick up home. Drop off downtown bar district.
No, I'm driving.
Suggest the Metro bus. Departing in 12 minutes.
Point taken, Lexi. We'll grab a ride.
If you drink, don't drive. Decide to ride. Brought to you in partnership by Anheuser-Busch, Mothers Against Drunk Driving, and Uber.
This is Duke basketball from Learfield.
Whether you're in the market for a new boat or just need service or accessories for an existing boat, turn to Overbee Marine. Now with 2 locations in Kittrell and Lake Gaston, Overbee Marine offers the highest quality of marine products and services, including the latest from Sea Ray, Centurion, Avalon, Bennington, as well as Cobalt boats. Overbee Marine also offers the largest selection of parts in the region, along with full-service facilities at their 2 locations. Stop by or give them a call at 252-586-3593 or online at overbeemarine.com. Overbee Marine. Don't let adventure pass you by.
Which schools will take home the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup for the top college athletic programs for the 2025-26 college athletic season? Check out the criteria and follow the year-long standings of your favorite team at L Directors Cup on the X platform or online at thedirectorscup.com. Trophies will be awarded in June 2026 to the winning institutions in all college sports divisions. The Learfield Directors Cup, powered by NACDA, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
15:26 to go on the ball game, tied at 40 here in Greenville. The officials were looking at the monitor of the timeout about a potential upgrade to a flagrant foul on the foul that was committed on Cameron Boozer, and they're talking to the scores table, which makes me think they are going to make this flagrant. But for the moment, we remind you that tonight's game between Duke and TCU is presented by Duke Stores. It's tournament time, Duke fans, whether you're watching from Cameron or cheering from home. Gear up for the postseason with the latest Blue Devils apparel from Duke University Stores. Score official Nike gear and exclusive Duke merchandise you won't find anywhere else. Shop in store anytime at shop.duke.edu. Duke University Stores, your headquarters for Duke basketball.
Yeah, they just reported it has been upgraded to a flagrant one with Cam Boozer shooting 2 and Duke getting the ball.
We'll get the official announcement from Paul Sales here in just a second, as they're likely waiting for the television coverage to rejoin us. And let's listen in. Well, I thought he was going to announce something.
He's poised to do it.
He's waiting for the second horn. And now we appear to be ready.
After review, it was determined that the common foul on the floor will be upgraded to a flagrant one for excessive and unnecessary contact by number 55 to the neck area of the shooter. 2 free throws for Duke. Their ball on the baseline with 22 seconds on the shot clock as the ball never got to the rim on the shot attempt.
So 2 shots in the ball, and because they took it with 8 seconds gone on the shot clock and they deemed that not to be a shooting foul, Boozer will shoot 2, and then the Blue Devils will be in possession. And Jamie Dixon, not pleased, as you might imagine. John Shire knows the feeling. Here's Cameron Boozer to shoot 2. And the freshman out of Miami, 6'9", 250 pounds, hits the first. He's got 5 now. Already with 20 double-doubles on the year. Going for 20 or more 21 times. And the second free throw knocks them both down. 42-40, and those to me are always so difficult. There's nobody standing around the entire arena that's sold out on Secor Wellness Arena, 15,000 on hand just staring at you, and he's totally unfazed.
I'm surprised the TCU fans weren't making a little more noise during that, but...
Here's Evans to cue it in. A chance for perhaps a 4 or 5 point trip. Inside it goes for Gongba. Catches on a double team. Knocked loose, though, by Harding as he tried to go up. Another theft for TCU. That is their 9th steal of the ball game. Edmonds up off the bench now for TCU, playing with those 3 fouls. Drives Gongba. Got inside, flipped it up. Gongba blocked it. What a rejection. And here comes Duke the other way. Caden Boozer across midcourt, leading by 2. We approach 15 minutes to play. Whip it to the left. Gongba looking inside. Boozer catches. Foul on TCU. That's on Punch. And that'll be his second foul.
Blue Devils looking down low for Cam Boozer.
Caden will be the inbounder. Left baseline, right side of the hoop. Lobs it to his brother in the right corner. Here comes a double team. Cross court, high pass. Evans somehow saved it. Loose on the baseline, though, and TCU's got it. Another turnover for the Blue Devils. That's their 12th. Meanwhile, Robinson to the other end, put it off the window. Basket interference. It was good anyway. But Cameron Boozer got a piece of the rim. So 15 now for Robinson, and we're tied at 42. 13 turnovers, for the Blue Devils. And here in the second half, that is now 7 turnovers in the first 5 minutes and change. That's the difference in the ballgame right now. That's why TCU's tied. They're outscoring Duke 17-8 off of turnovers. That's how they beat Florida and stayed in contact with Michigan, two of the other 1 seeds in the event. Here's Gongba, send it to the right, and Hamenya wants to drive, sends it to the left. There's Evans. He puts it on the deck, gets a step on Pierre, into the paint, steps through, a lot of contact, counted in a foul. Oh, how did it go in? And that might be Edmonds' 4th. John Rolfe, it is.
It is. Isaiah Evans being the aggressor. That's a couple of times today. He has just been determined to see that ball go in the basket no matter how hard he's gotten hit, and it went in again. So he's now hit 5 out of 12 shots and going to the line for the and one.
And Edmonds will have a seat with 14:27 to go. TCU's got 6 on the floor. Yeah, Edmonds will leave, and now Isaiah's ready for the free throw. Trying to build a lead to 3. He's so calm. It's on the way. Too strong. Boozer tapped the rebound out, but it came to Harding. That's the Blue Devils' 2nd miss at the charity stripe here this afternoon. Duke 44, TCU 42. 14-18 to play in Greenville. The winner goes to the Sweet 16 to take on either St. John's or Kansas. Robinson up top for Harding. Looks to the right. Layla Vicious trying to get free, cannot. 9 to shoot. Harding whips it to the right corner. Layla Vicious on a drive, cut off by Hamenya. Back outside for Harding. 5 on the timer. Up top is Pierre. He'll drive Evans. Got a step to the baseline, go up, and get it to go off the window. Another goaltend. It went in anyway. Pierre's first points, tied at 44.
That was Patrick Gongba coming over, trying to get a piece of it to block it, but to no avail.
With 13:56 to go, Duke will have it in this tie ball game. Caden Boozer across midcourt. 6 minutes gone in the second half. Looking inside, bounces one for Gongba. In front of punch, faces up, looks backdoor. Oh, Caden Boozer wide open, put it off the window, counted in a foul. Pierre hit him on the way up. Caden's got 4 and a free throw coming as well.
And that's the Pat Gongba we've been watching all year long, drawing a defender out top and then rifling it over the top of the defense down low to Caden breaking for the basket.
That long field goal drought, the Blue Devils have now made 3 in a row. As we see Dame Sarr return, and Isaiah Evans will get a breather. It's Caden and Cam Boozer, Dame Sarr, Nicholas Hamenya, and Patrick Gongba. Caden, of course, had 19 yesterday, and now he's up to 5 today. 47-44, the Duke lead is 3. 13:40 to go, and here come the Duke faithful to their feet. Harding for TCU off of a screen set by Punch. Left side of the paint, steps to a double team, nearly lost it, he did. Sarr took it away. Ahead for Cameron Boozer, now they'll slow it down. 13:25 to go, a chance to add to a 3-point lead. Gongba swings it low at the top of the key. Waits, looks to the left, feeds Dame Sarr. Now to the baseline, Cameron Boozer. Here comes the double team. Trying to step through it, spins out of it, goes inside, got him airborne, put it off the window! Counted in a foul! He's too strong! The lead grows to 5, and Layla Vicious just picked up his 4th.
How about Cam Boozer attacking a double team underneath the rim and just busting through all the contact, able to finish, and now going to the line.
And now Salachim back in. And who's coming out? Yeah, Layla Vicious with those 4 fouls with 13:12 to go. Cam Boozer had 2 at halftime, looking for his 9th point now at the charity stripe. More importantly, trying to build a lead to 6. On the way. Got it.
And 2 of TCU's bigger players, 6'7", 6'6", on the bench now with 4 fouls.
And now the Blue Devil bench telling everybody in Duke Blue to get on their feet, and they respond in kind. Here's Harding across midcourt. Send it to the left in Pierre. Waits, penetrates on the dribble, lob it back to Punch, caught it down low, goes up and missed it. The rebound for Dame Sarr. And here comes Caden Boozer across midcourt, leading by 6. Waiting, off of a screen set by his brother Cameron, comes to the left. Harding in his chest, fed it to Cameron, on the drive on Punch, to the left corner, Hamenya! Canada 3, they fight for the rebound, foul on Sarr. Trying to knock it free, I think it's on Dame.
Certainly Sarr went over the back trying to come up with an offensive rebound tip.
That is indeed on Dame Sarr, his 2nd. So he's the 3rd Blue Devil with 2. And now the defense called upon again. Duke has scored the last 6 over the last minute. 50-44, 12:38 to go. And a defensive chant from the Duke faithful. Harding to the left, Pierre. Now up top, it's Robinson. Around to the right, and David Punch. Looking inside, not there. Up top, Salachim. A handoff. Robinson, 8 on the timer. Spinning back to the right, Pierre. 6 and 5. A drive, a long 2 on the step back. No good. The rebound for Caden Boozer. And a chance to add to this 6-0 push. As we approach 12 minutes to play. Caden backpedals with Harding defending. Backs him down, waits, steps through, needs some help to the left corner. Malik Brown now. Whip it back up top for Hamenya. In front of head coach Sean Shire. He'll drive into the paint. Whip it to the corner. Sarr. A little ball fake. A drive on Punch. Back up top to the left corner. Hamenya again. Got it this time. Nicholas Hamenya knocks it down. Timeout TCU. It'll extend to a full. We'll take it as well. 11:48 to go. Duke has their biggest lead at 9, 53-44.
Doesn't the North Carolina Education Lottery Winners Club give the best massages?
I've never felt so relaxed.
Thanks to this month's scratch-offs, this is our life now.
It's like winning again and again and again.
This month's scratch-offs pack over $200 million in total prizes. The Winners Club awaits. Must be 18 to play. Approximate overall odds of winning range from 1 in 3.49 to 4.37. Problem gambling helpline 877-718-5543.
Down many ways, streets, and lanes all across America, you'll find Valero at your go-to gas station, volunteering with local charities, fueling communities 365 days a year, and generally being a good neighbor. So whether you're in Texas, Louisiana, or Tennessee, or right here in Durham, you can always depend on us getting you where you need to be, in life or on the road, right now.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Ah, crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
Back here in Greenville, 11:48 to go. The Blue Devils up by 9, 53-44 as we go past 7 o'clock here on the East Coast. 10 seconds for station identification. This is Duke basketball from Learfield. Well, Westwood One of the Varsity Network bring you every moment of March all the way to Indianapolis for the hometown call you love. The only place to stream your team's broadcast all postseason is, of course, the Varsity Network app. Download the free Varsity Network app today. Appreciate those of you listening to us on the Varsity Network app tonight. Across the entire Blue Devil Sports Network, our affiliates across the state, including here in South Carolina, Spartanburg. Appreciate everybody listening in as the Blue Devils have turned a tie game into a 9-point lead, 9 straight over minute 55. John Roth, and I know the last one was a 3 from Nicholas Hamenya, but it started by getting paint touches, and then you swing it around the perimeter and you get a great look.
Absolutely, you sure do. And, you know, the last one was the three-pointer by Hamenya, but the first two were and ones. Caden Boozer gets an and one on that great pass from Pat Gungba, finishes the free throw. Then Cam gets an and one on his move inside and finishes with the free throw. So they go Caden and Cam from and one territory and Nick from three-point territory. And that's how you get a 9-0 run in less than 2 minutes.
As the Blue Devils come out with Caden Boozer, Dame Sarr, Nicholas Hamenya, Malik Brown, and Cameron Boozer. It has been quite the response after what we described as kind of a nervy start to the second half with all the turnovers. And here comes TCU across midcourt. And the Duke fans back on their feet, including Carlos Boozer, directly across from us. On the right, it's Pierre. Looking to the baseline, nothing doing. Send it to the left for a 3-ball that is short out of the arms of Tanner Toulson. Offensive rebound for TCU, only briefly, though. Knocked loose, but then the Blue Devils gave it back. As Cameron Boozer was trying the outlet for Caden, and unfortunately that is turnover number 14. Just the 4th time this year they've had 14 or more turnovers.
Unfortunately, that's 8 in this half already.
And TCU back in possession, trailing by 9. Duke up 53-44. Pierre to the baseline. Inside punch, blocked from behind by Sarr. Got it back, goes up, missed that one too. A kick out for Toulson on the offensive rebound, sends it to Harding, who hits a 3 at the top of the key. A wide open look for TCU. That is their 6th-3 of the ball game. And the Blue Devil lead is 6, 53-47 with 10:59 to go.
Ends a scoring drought of almost 3 minutes that they had while the Blue Devils were on the 9-0 run.
And now Caden Boozer across midcourt. Sends it for Malik Brown. Waits, looks to the left, finds Hamenya. He curls into the paint. All the way in, put it up, and another foul. And that's on Toulson, and that's 4 on him. And Hamenya back to the line.
Hamenya, a tough, aggressive drive, curling through the paint, determined to get to the rim. He got there, just missed finishing that layup.
And as Nicholas goes to the line, already with 5 points, gives us a chance to tell you that Food Line is the proud sponsor of the Score to Give More campaign. And proud to announce that a total of 30,000 meals have been donated this season to our local neighbors in need for free throws made by the Blue Devils during the regular season. Over 8 million meals and counting have been donated by Food Line Feeds through the Score to Give More campaign to local college pantries and food banks. 1 out of 2, but an offensive rebound for Cameron Boozer. So Duke by 7, 54-47. And back in possession. Well, that could turn out to be a big offensive rebound for Cameron. Here's Malik Brown, top of the key. Looks, waiting, sends it to the right corner, and Dame Sarr. 2 to shoot. Going to have to fire on a step back. And he hit it! Oh, Dame lights it up! And the lead is 10! Goodness! 10-14 to go. He's up to 8. Toulson for TCU, around for Pierre on the left. Punch. Waits, swings it low on Brown. Holds it high. 12 to shoot. Back door's not there. Underhand scoop back out for Robinson for 3. Good for TCU. Micah Robinson has 18. And that is his 3rd 3 of the ball game. 57-50. Duke in front with 9:50 to go. Here's Cameron Boozer on the drive. Starting to take over. A spin and a righty layup. Got right by Punch. He's into double figures with 11. The lead back to 9:50, and we get a foul at the other end on Malik Brown, I believe, inside battling with Punch, and that'll be his first.
Malik Brown tired of the jersey grabs, but something you got to play through right now.
Second foul on the Blue Devils here since halftime. TCU's been whistled for 6. And here is Harding to cue it in for Robinson. 1-on-1 with Boozer in the post. Back outside it comes for Pierre. Trying to turn the corner on Dame Sarr. Sends it back for Robinson. Now up top it's Harding. Around the perimeter to the left it goes. Toulson on the drive. Got a step on Hamenya. Got inside. Got him airborne. Oh, blocked from behind. Brown got a piece. And here comes Caden Boozer the other way. TCU bench screaming for a goaltend, but it wasn't called, so you can't challenge it. Here's Caden Boozer with 19 to shoot. Bounces it for Brown at the top of the key. Trying to add to a 9-point lead. Brown to the left. There's Cameron Boozer. Too strong on a 3. Trying to get his own rebound. Got a foul instead. As he grabbed Robinson, that'll be his 3rd.
Yeah, previous possession, Malik Brown went up to block that shot and debate on whether he blocked it off the glass or into the glass, but they didn't call anything, so.
With 9:02 to go, the Blue Devils having made 7 of their last 9 from the field. Even with that miss from Cameron Boozer, have this 9-point lead. They've outscored TCU 21-16 here in the second half. But remember, TCU scored the first 6. Oh, Jamie Dixon just got teed up. Paul Sales has had enough, and he tees up Jamie Dixon. And now the Duke faithful realizing that, and that's the roar you hear across the way. Well, we saw it on Thursday afternoon, John Roth. Let's say Jamie Dixon has something to say on every whistle. And I think our lead official had heard enough today. And it'll be no Isaiah Evans on the floor, so it's going to be Caden Boozer to shoot the technical free throws.
So he is rather animated. He is very vocal. He gets the official's ear throughout the entire game. And he got too much of an ear that time.
Caden knocks down the first.
The Blue Devils do sub in Isaiah Evans during the timeout dead ball.
And now here's Caden for one more. Got Got them both. And a 61-50 lead with 8:57 to go. And the oddest of things, that technical was whistled with TCU in possession, so they get the ball back.
They still get the ball.
You get the T when something happened at the other end. I think that was a aggregated effort technical. Here's Toulson, the lob, and punch couldn't finish because Evans with the outstretched arms affected the pass. And Gungba ripped the rebound away. A chance to add to an 11-point lead with 8:44 to go. Caden Boozer to the left. Evans, a ball fake. Three wouldn't go. Weak side rebound, Dame Sarr. They're taking over on the glass. It's Caden Boozer. Back for Sarr. He wants another one. Give it to him. All the way from Italy. And the lead grows to 14. Timeout TCU. It'll extend to 4. We'll take it as well. 64-50. 8:25 to play here in Greenville.
You got next. The next open road. The next uncharted trail. With Ford Bronco and Ford Bronco Sport, you've got the next great SUV. Equipped with a blend of off-road performance, on-road precision, and plenty of power to conquer the next adventure. For the latest offers on a new Bronco or Bronco Sport, you got next. Only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
This is the Blue Devil Sports Network from Learfield.
It's bow time. Carolina legends aren't born. They're handmade, only in Bo's Real Southern Kitchen. It all starts with fresh, never frozen chicken marinated for 24 hours in a flavor-packed blend of bold Southern seasonings. Then we hand bread and fry it to crispy, juicy, mouth-watering perfection. That's not just any chicken, that's the Carolina legend. Order some Bojangles and taste what everyone's been craving since 1977. It's bow time.
Aw, shucks, the game's on TV, but I can't listen to the call of my favorite team broadcasters.
Never fear, Sync My Game is here.
Sync My Game?
Yes, Sync My Game. If you have a DVR and streaming device, head to syncmygame.com from Learfield. It's never been easier to hear the impassioned voices of your favorite radio crew synced with the TV.
Wow, thank you, Mr.
Just remember, syncmygame.com.
Dame Sarr, 2 to shoot, gonna have to fire on a step back, and he hit it! Oh, Dame lights it up, and the lead is 10! Goodness! 10:14 to go. A chance to add to an 11-point lead with 8:44 to go. Caden Boozer to the left. Evans, a ball fake. Three wouldn't go. Weak side rebound, Dame Sarr. They're taking over on the glass. It's Caden Boozer. Back for Sarr. He wants another one. Give it to him. All the way from Italy. And the lead grows to 14. Timeout TCU.
Dame Sarr lighting it up from the three-point line here in Greenville, helping the Blue Devils to a 14-point lead, 64-50. 8:25 to go in the contest. The Blue Devils on another run. They were on a 9-0 run a couple of moments ago. Now they're on a 7-0 run. Dame with those back-to-back three-point shots. One came at the end of the shot clock. The other came just a couple of moments ago. He's now got 11 points with 3 threes as well as 6 rebounds. Leading scorer for Duke at the moment, Evans with 15, Sarr and Cam Boozer with 11 apiece, and Malik Brown with 10 as we get back to action here. Duke up by 14.
He's made 3 threes in a ball game for the 5th time this year, the first time since NC State. It's the 7th time he's been into double figures as he's got 11. TCU with it out of the timeout, trailing by 14. 8:15 to go. Robinson trying for immediate answer up top. It wouldn't go. Foul on the rebounding action on Gungba will be his 3rd. The Blue Devils with 3 in double figures, led by Isaiah Evans. He has 15. Malik Brown has 10. And you've got Sarr and Boozer each with 11. Meanwhile, for TCU, Robinson has 18. And Edmonds has 12. 4th team foul on Duke, so no free throws for TCU yet. 8:10 to go. Pierre up top. Between the legs with a dribble. Can't get by Cameron Boozer. 12 to shoot. Pierre off of the screen to the left, set by Edmonds. Thought about jumping up, instead further to the left and Harding. 6 on the timer, into the paint, dumped one off down low. The ball was kicked, and they'll send the shot clock back to 20 with 7:59 to go. And Duke up 64 to 50. And it'll be Harding to inbound. On the right baseline, right side of the hoop. Waiting, gets it in for Robinson. Open from 12 feet out on the right. Too strong on the jumper, and the rebound for Dominic Sarr. TCU just 2 of their last 11 from the field, and now Duke a chance to add to the 7-0 run. Really, one of the things that lit the fuse on it was Jamie Dixon getting teed up. And here's Gongba trying to take advantage. Looks to the right. Waits, lobs. Boozer catches down low. Well, the small guys couldn't do anything with him. He dunks it down. He was the tree, and it's 66 to 50 with 7:30 to go. Inside, Harding trying to find a cutter. Toulson sends it to the right for Pierre. 3 that's too strong. Evans tapped the rebound. He's got it. The Blue Devils starting to take over, up 66 to 50. They've scored the last 9, and we've got 7:15 to go here in Greenville.
And they are out rebounding TCU 33 to 21.
TCU's gone zone. Gongba attacks it, gives it to Boozer. Off the window and in. Cameron's got 15. The lead is 18. They've scored the last 11. At the other end, Toulson can't answer. Great defense for Gongba. And now a chance to really open it up 68 to 50 with 6:45 to go.
Gongba just stopping the ball on a spinning drive by TCU.
TCU hasn't scored in more than 3 minutes. Here's Caden Boozer up top for Gongba. Looks to the left, lobs it inside. Cameron Boozer catches down low again, bobbled it, got it back out of bounds. Last touch by TCU. There will be 7 to shoot with 6:29 to go. It's a 15 to 3 run over the last 4 minutes and change. 11-0 over the last 3 minutes. Their 39th kill shot, which is a 10-0 run or more of the season. And after TCU scored the first 6 points here in the second half, John Roth, it's been 30 to 10.
It's been quite a turnaround after that timeout, following the 5 turnovers and the 4 missed shots in the first couple of minutes.
Off the inbound, Cameron Boozer, top of the key. To the right, Dame Sarr. He's had the hot hand. Steps back again. Short this time. Good-looking stroke, though, and Robinson the rebound for TCU. When you make 3 of 5, you've earned an opportunity to take one, right? Here's Robinson for the Horned Frogs. Into the paint, puts it off the window. No. Gongba in a wrestling match. Outside it comes for Harding. He'll drive left side of the paint. High floater. No. Rebound tapped around. Came back to Harding. A fresh 20 for TCU as we approach 6 minutes to play. Again, Edmonds and Gongba just wrestling down low, and Evans just threw him to the ground. That's a flagrant foul, and Edmonds is fouled out. I mean, he just took 2 arms and threw Gongba into the photographers, and with 6 minutes to go, that's the end of the day for Edmonds. And now Gongba, with all of his issues, good to see him getting back to his feet. The officials are going to go to the monitor. It's a 5th foul, so it doesn't really matter that it's flagrant 1 or 2, but I guess you get 2 free throws in the ball. But Edmonds trying. And now John Shire in the ear of Clarence Armstrong. Excuse me. Sorry, John.
No, you're good. Edmonds trying to profess his innocence. He's not letting it go.
And now both teams have been asked to head to their benches with 6 minutes to play, and Duke up by 18. And we remind you that Blue Devil Basketball is brought to you in part by Harris Teeter. Harris Teeter, where Blue Devil fans shop for groceries. And I'm not saying I bought into this, John Roth, but in this era where Duke has had so many talented freshmen, you have heard the narrative banded around the media circles that physicality is a way you can try to slow down Duke and all of their talent. This is one of the more physical teams Duke has ever had, and Gongba does not shy away from anything like that.
No, he certainly doesn't. So you know that throughout this game there's been plenty of jockeying.
Under further review, the call on the floor is a double flagrant foul.
What?
A double flagrant foul. Well, I was about to say those two have been jockeying back and forth the whole time when they've been matched up with each other. So lots of physicality going on between those two. They're not shying away from it. We'll see what the result is here.
And the officials are at the monitor. 68 to 50 our score. 6 minutes to go.
For Edmonds, though, it is number 5.
Mm-hmm. He's done either way.
And Gongba's got 4.
Just barring them taking away his flagrant foul.
If they take away that, then he doesn't. But yeah.
And given the margin and what just happened, John Roth, I bet there's going to be a very tight whistle from here to the house.
6 minutes from here to the house, yep.
Blue Devils, of course, trying to get to the Sweet 16. for a 31st time. TCU has been in the NCAA tournament a lot. This is their 12th appearance. They've been to the Sweet 16 once. It was a long time ago.
It was actually in, I think it was 68, and that was when there was only 23 teams in the field. So they were actually slotted into the Sweet 16 for their first game. They didn't actually advance to it. Their opening game was in the Sweet 16.
As the officials having a conversation across the way. This is the first of two here today at the Bon Secours Wellness Arena, as Illinois will battle VCU in the second game out of the South region. Lots of action tonight in the second round of the NCAA tournament. All right, the conversations have concluded. And John Shire talking to Clarence Armstrong. He is not happy. Are they going to stick with the double? Yep, they're sticking with the double flagrant foul. So that'll be
After
4
review,
on Gongba.
The ruling on the floor of double flagrant 1 fouls is confirmed. By rule, both players are charged with a flagrant 1 foul. The ball will be given to the team in control at the time of the foul, which is TCU on the baseline with no reset of the shot clock.
And Edmonds has fouled out. And Gongba's got 4 now.
And the shot clock staying at 13 seconds for the TCU possession.
And we kind of had a feeling, given the lack of height for TCU, I mean, they're the 322nd tallest team in the country. That's not a good thing.
At a 361,
second shortest team on the power conferences. Meanwhile, Blue Devil was first or second, depending on the day you look at it on KenPom. So you're going to have a problem with that, but you can't just allow fouling like crazy. And I do think this crew today has done a good job, but it has led to a pretty big foul disparity. TCU has been called for 19 fouls, the Blue Devils for 13. Off the inbound, here's Harding. Works to the right. Pierre into the paint. Little hop step and a floater rattled out. Brown tapped the rebound high into the air. Little Vicious saved it to the left for Pierre. And now Harding again. 5:45 to go. Duke up by 18. Here's Punch. Spinning to the middle on Brown. Back to the left. Got inside. Tough 2. Block from behind. Cameron Boozer got it. How about that defense? And here comes his brother Caden across midcourt. TCU hasn't scored in more than 4 minutes. The vice grips are on again for this Duke defense.
They've missed their last 10 shots.
Here's Cameron Boozer trying to build the lead to 20 or more. Off of a screen set by Brown. Crossing over on Punch. Drives all the way in. Put it off the window and down. He's up to 17. And that lead grows to 20. 13 unanswered with 5:08 to go. 70-50. A handoff for Pierre. An 18-foot jumper is good. And Jaden Pierre with 4 points, all of them here in the second half, ends the long scoring drought for TCU that nearly spanned 5 minutes. 70-52 with 4:54 to go. Cameron Boozer across midcourt. A crossover on Robinson. Got inside. Looks to the left. Not there. Looks back to the right. Nothing doing. Back for Caden up top. Caden off of a screen. Works his way around the defense. The ball knocked off him and out of bounds and over to TCU.
Harding applying pressure. Knocked it off of Caden's foot. That would go in the books as, turnover number 16. So 10 in this half.
John Shire was asked to describe this TCU defense yesterday. He talked about Clemson, but with more disruption on the perimeter. I think it's a great way to describe how physical TCU is and how active they are with their hands. They've got 10 steals now. And with 4:24 to go, they're in possession, but trailing by 18. 4:20 to play in the ballgame. Pierre backpedals. Jumps up from 3 up top, and it won't go. The rebound fought for. Brown knocked it out of Punch's hands, and Caden Boozer has it. And now Caden across midcourt, as you'd imagine, Duke in no hurry, leading by 18. Caden waits, backpedals up top. Bounces one for Malik Brown. Looks to the right, back door, trying to find Evans. Layla Vicious took it away. And here comes Robinson the other direction. Flips one to the left. Harding a baseline drive on Homenia. Spun to the middle. Nearly walked. Tried to go cross court. Boozer knocked it away. And then Brown saved it back to Cameron. It's 2-on-1. Cameron for Evans to the rack. Put it up and in. How about that two-man game? Isaiah's got 17. The lead back to 20. 3:30 to go. Meanwhile, TCU can't answer with a 3 from Robinson. The Blue Devils flowing. And Caden Boozer across midcourt. On their way to Washington, D.C. in the Sweet 16 on Friday night. Here's Cameron Boozer up top. On the drive. Got inside the lob. Brown hangs from the rim. And the lead grows to 22. With just over 3 minutes to go. If it wasn't over yet, that obviously was the dagger. Harding swings it around to the left, and Robinson. Now punch, a step on Brown into the paint. Brown slapped that on the way up, caught the arm though, and free throws coming for TCU out of the timeout. 2:54 to play in Greenville. What a show Duke has put on here in the second half. They've doubled up the Horned Frogs, 36-18. And the Blue Devil faithful applauding their effort. As we head down the stretch in the second round, Duke on to the Sweet 16. They lead by 22 with 2:54 to go.
Greetings from Breeze Airways, your hometown airline flying from Raleigh-Durham International Airport. Fly nonstop from Raleigh to Pensacola and 40 other postcard-worthy cities. This year goes somewhere worth writing home about. Breeze makes it easy with nonstop flights, flexible change policies, and a seriously nice onboard experience. Enjoy premium seating with Breeze Ascent, plus high-speed Wi-Fi and tasty snacks. Book today at flybreeze.com. Breeze Airways in partnership with Pensacola International Airport.
It's tournament time, Duke fans.
Deep three. Give it to him.
Whether you're watching from Cameron or cheering from home, gear up for the postseason with the latest Blue Devils apparel from Duke University stores. Score official Nike gear and exclusive Duke merchandise you don't find anywhere else. Shop in store or anytime at shop.duke.edu. Duke University stores, your headquarters for Duke basketball.
Hey, I'm Coach John Shire with Duke Men's Basketball. For our team, preparation starts long before tip-off. Every practice, every play, and every recovery matters. If a player is injured, they need expert care fast. That's why we count on Duke Orthopedics for quick access to world-class care. And you can too. From Cameron and North to locations throughout the Triangle, they have experts to help keep you in the game. Don't let pain bench you. Duke Orthopedics is ready when you are.
Orthopedic appointments within 48 hours. Duke Health is ready when you are. Visit DukeHealth48.com to schedule an orthopedic appointment.
Up off the bench now for TCU, playing with those 3 fouls. Drives Gungba, got inside, flipped it up. Gungba blocked it. What a rejection. And here comes Duke the other way. Around the perimeter to the left it goes. Toulson on the drive. Got a step on Hamenya. Got inside, got him airborne. Oh, blocked from behind. Brown got a piece. And here comes Caden Boozer the other way. And with 2:54 to go, it has been the Duke defense that only surrendered 22 in the second half to CN after giving up 43 in the first half, and here tonight after giving up 34 in the first half to TCU. Just 18 points for the Horned Frogs, who are shooting 23.5% of the second half, 2 of 10 from 3. Those 2 blocks are defensive plays of the game, presented by Old Dominion Freight Line. Old Dominion Freight Line works hard to be the best of the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. It'll be TCU at the free throw line out of the timeout. With punch, their leading scorer, John Roth, he's got 2 points on 1 of 10 shooting. Now, they spread it around. They have 4 guys that average in double figures, but he leads the way in the last 4 games. He's been on a tear, averaging 20 and 9. Tonight, he's got 2 and 2.
And he's also their leading rebounder, and he's only got 2 rebounds in this game.
As Punch's first free throw is good, so that gives him his first points of the second half, because that's a chance to tell you that Blue Devil Basketball is brought to you by the Washington Duke Inn and Golf Club, honoring tradition over trend for more than 3 decades. One more free throw for the sophomore. Got them both. 74-54. As full court pressure for TCU. Hamenya had it knocked away, trying to save it, but Robinson picked his pocket. Can he get it back? No. That's the 17th turnover inside Lay Levicius. Put it up, missed it. And Cameron Boozer's got it this time. And with 2:40 to go, the Blue Devils by 20, and they'll bring it across midcourt. Caden Boozer now up top for Cameron. Robinson waits in a defensive stance in front of Cameron. The Blue Devils content to work the clock with 10 to shoot. Malik Brown comes to set a screen. He turns it down, drives to the right. Picked up his dribble, back for Brown. 5 on the timer. A handoff for Hamenya. Thought about a deep one. 1 to shoot. To the corner, it's Caden Boozer at the buzzer. Short. Cameron Boozer taps the rebound. He's got it. Waits, goes up, off the window and in. And I think with that offensive rebound, he's got his double-double. Yep. 19 and 10, his 21st double-double of the season. 2 minutes to go. Duke by 22. Here's Pierre. Got airborne, flipped it to the left corner for a Robinson 3. Nope. The rebound. Brown saved it, and he's got it. What a night for Malik Brown. He's now up to 9 rebounds, 12 and 9 for him. And Caden Boozer across midcourt, and now the Duke faithful come to their feet, sensing the inevitable. Up 76-54. Caden Boozer on the left, into the paint, rises up, scoop it home. He's got 9, and the head coach of the Blue Devils calls for time. As Darren Harris will come back in. Jack Scott for the first time tonight, the senior out of Colorado Springs, the transfer from Princeton. Cameron Sheffield, the graduate student out of Alpharetta, Georgia. A curtain call for Cameron Boozer, Caden Boozer, and Malik Brown. To say the last few weeks have not been easy, John Roth would understate. I know they've been winning, but the head coach of the Blue Devils have had to figure out creative ways to do so. A 7-man rotation. A step forward today, getting healthier with Patrick Gungba. And if you weren't listening to the pregame show, we said one of their goals was to get deeper so they could get fully healthy. And I'm looking across at number 1, Caleb Foster, still with that boot on his right foot. You know he is desperate to get back if they can get deeper in this tournament. And he's pumping both fists at the end of the bench. Robbed of his first NCAA tournament because of an injury. Played some pivotal minutes last year in that run to the Final Four. And also look across at a big smile for Patrick Gungba. We were both at practice yesterday. I talked about the energy being back. One of the loudest roars was when he got in the drills for the first time.
That's right. It certainly happened like that. And now Caleb Foster a week closer to getting back. The next game won't be till next Friday.
TCU has emptied out their bench as well. R.J. Jones is out there. 0-0. Jace Posey goes inside, and TCU scores as Posey gets his first field goal. With 1:10 to go, it's 78-56. And now Nicholas Hamenya across midcourt. Final minute here in Greenville. The last time they were in this building, they set sail for San Francisco in the West region in Mike Krzyzewski's final season. This time we'll be back to the nation's capital where they beat Michigan earlier this year. As Jack Scott goes inside, out for Sheffield. Up top, Hamenya will launch. No, the rebound chased out of bounds. Last touch by TCU with 43.5 seconds to go.
Even here with the guys who don't normally play, the Blue Devils still looking for that great ball movement to get an open shooter.
Saar with it. 40 seconds to go. Hamenya now swings it low. On the drive, got inside, got airborne, back outside. Saar to the left corner. Sheffield back for Saar. He'll take the 3 and hit it. Dame Saar with a personal best. 4 threes in the ball game. Biggest lead of the night at 25. On the left, Posey on the drive in on Hamenya, counted in a foul. Hamenya kind of knew it too. Had his hand caught in the cookie jar when Posey scored. So a chance for 3. You never know when your number is going to be called, John Roth, but how about Dame Saar? 4 of 7 from 3.
And those 2 kind of back-to-back ones really just took this game to a different level. The Blue Devils were still locked in a game that was margin of single figures, and he put them into double figures to stay.
The free throw's no good. Saar the rebound. Shot clock is off, and that should do it. Jamie Dixon telling his team not to foul. And the Duke faithful come to their feet here in Greenville. What a dominant second half. They outscored TCU by 19. And in the end, they win by 23. And for Duke, it's on to the Sweet 16 in Washington, D.C. They knock out TCU 81-58, the final score. 4 in double figures, led by Cameron Boozer. He has 17 after halftime. 19 and 11, his 21st double-double. 17 for Isaiah Evans. Dame Saar had 14. And Malik Brown 12. It certainly was impressive as they turned the intensity up after halftime. Really, both games here in Greenville. Outscoring Siena by 17 and outscoring the Horned Frogs by 19. 81-58, the final score. As we'll visit with one of our players of the game here courtside momentarily. All smiles as we look across the way, as you can imagine, as the Blue Devils have won this one by 23. And Malik Brown is making his way over to us here courtside. After the Blue Devils win this one 81-58, a word from John Shire before he makes his way over here as Malik puts on the headset. And Malik,